That was a very emotional moment. We knew that if we were going to do it all over again, start from scratch, that was going to be a very big deal. We knew there was a lot of people counting on us. We knew that this was going to affect a lot of people's lives.
I want to be part of an organization, I want to be part of a culture that can stretch me, that can grow me, that can push us and really take us to the level that I believe that we're capable of getting to. We're looking for a company that had the right leadership, the company that had the right product, the company that had the right compensation plan and was positioned for the future.
That's what we faced, is being able to find a culture that is going to stretch everybody. Because we really saw the champions in them.
So we jumped on a plane and went city to city to city, talked to owner after top earner after top networker, met some of the best in the entire game, and after networking with all these people, these are guys that I respect, these are the people that I studied, these were the people the books that I read. After meeting all these people, there was one person that kept coming up.
The funny thing is, every one of their competitors talked so highly of him. He was practically the most celebrated CEO in our industry. From where I stood, I had to lock arms with this guy. I had to be a part of what he was doing.
There was one person that, in my opinion, had the most respect from anyone, and that was McKay.
Meeting him and seeing what he'd been doing for the last 10 years, and the 50 countries that he'd expanded to, all the branding that he's been able to accomplish, the awards he's won, and the innovation that he has, the product quality, everything just made sense.
To me, it's all about track record. To me, it's all about what have you already accomplished, done already. And having someone like a Brian McMullen coaching us, and having someone like a BK who's already paid out for close to $1 billion in commissions in his career, they said he's done.
To try to sign into Skype for sure.
All the people that once
the computer's ready to go.
They used to get goosebumps being in the audience, being on stage, fired up, opening up business globally, that may have either lost that along the way, or somehow felt like that dream wasn't possible anymore. All of that is alive again.
And all I know for sure is that we're going to make history. And we're going to build one of the biggest network marketing organizations on the planet.
History, not just inside the entire industry. We're putting everybody on notice.
Yep!
Becoming big. This will be one of the most exciting journeys you will ever participate in.
No one ever said that, doing business and making money had to be boring, right? So I want everyone to stand up. Can we get some music on? Turn to the partner on your right-hand side. Put your arm on your partner's shoulders. And we're going to get into a quick finger massage to wake everybody up out of lunch. So now, let's get those knots out, okay? Get those top knots out. If you're standing next to that special person, you're like, yes. And if you're not, massage your way. Let's get into the middle back. Get those knots out. If you get those knots out, let's get into the lower back, lower back, lower back, lower back. All right, let's talk about around with this next one. Can I get my timer up here? I don't think people want to stay here till 9 o'clock tonight. All right. We like to have fun, guys, right? And you know what it is? When people come back from lunch, this is what you start seeing. And so that kind of gets the juices flowing. So let's get into it. Didn't BK do an awesome job? So he's no longer here. He had to catch a flight to Montreal, and that video talking about BK and him being the visionary and being a leader to open up all these countries and to travel to all these cities. I mean, we've only been in Vima for a little over a month, and he's able to come support us. To me, that says a lot. So, but what we're going to talk about right now is something very important that a lot of people always wonder. Eddie, I've gotten involved in these businesses before. I don't always create the success that I want. I don't always get the results that I want. But I've noticed that a lot of people that they get involved in, whether it be Vima, another company, or anything, is that they don't have the right system in place. Why is it that you can go to any McDonald's, pretty much anywhere in the world, and see a 16-year-old kid, right, that's still going through puberty, running a multi-million-dollar operation? Isn't that amazing? He runs the whole thing and generates millions of dollars a year for that company at 16, 17, 18 years old. And why do you think that is? They have a good. So system's an acronym. You want to write this down? It stands for Save Yourself Some Time, Energy, and Money. Say it with me. Save yourself some time, energy, and money. A lot of people get involved in these kind of businesses, and what ends up happening is that they get involved, they get themselves started, they don't have much experience, they don't really know what they're doing, and they go out there and they build a very sponsor-dependent business where they do everything. When I first got involved in this industry, say someone ordered a product, right? And then say their inventory came in, and say they were missing like a remix, right? My new affiliate would contact me and say, hey, Eddie, I'm missing a remix for my package. Don't worry. I will save the day. And I would call the back office and tell them, listen, my new guy, user ID 456241, is missing his remix. Please get that over to him. What's his address? Here's his address. And I'll put the whole thing together, ship them their products, call them back and say, hey, I saved the day. Your product's on the way. But what's the problem with that? Doesn't duplicate. He never learned how to do it. So now he comes to me for everything. And then I'm trying to put out fires all over the place. When if I just showed them, well, here's the customer care number, contact them, tell them this, tell them that, right? And then now, next time his affiliate gets started and asks that same question, what happens? What does he do? He gives them the contact information, right? And so when you build a very system-dependent culture, then you just teach people how to refer back to the system, then you create a lot of duplication, because a lot of times what you have to understand is that it's not, does it work? Because if you're a chiropractor, you're the owner of a gym, it's great. There's a lot of different channels that you can get this business going on in and make a lot of money with, right? But if you're a chiropractor, who here is a chiropractor that owns an office that's really going to put their products in it today? Okay, 0. But that one chiropractor, he can do that. It works, but it doesn't duplicate. And so, yes, I'll encourage that chiropractor to put his product in his facility, but we have to be able to create a business that not only the 18-year-old kid that's just coming out of high school can do, and my grandma can do. They can all run the same system. You guys following? And that's why when you see things like the presentation is press and play, anyone can do that. If you've noticed that today there hasn't been any selling being done. The tools did all the selling. We just shared a bunch of stories. We shared a bunch of stories and talked about our experience with Vima, right? And then the videos of the rest of the world. So one thing, can I get my timer up? One thing that we all need to learn how to do is that after, myself and Shio, we've been building together now for, thank you, pretty much, do I have a note here? Okay, cool. I love you too. Lost my train of thought, what was I talking about? Oh, we've been building together for a while, and I've been talking to Ian, and Ian has this crazy energy, Ian's like this big bazooka that's just very effective, but he just needs to be honed in. I told him, I said, if you hone in that crazy passion, you're gonna fly to the top of the mountain. You guys believe that? Yeah. So we've been talking, we've been planning, we've been organizing, we talked about creating a system that we can all follow as an organization, duplicate, we can run together. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah! And so one of the things that we're going to start implementing after any meeting, whether it be a one-on-one meeting in a Starbucks, or a big event like this, or a small home event, we're all going to do something called a Fast Start training, which is what that new individual that just saw Vima is going to do right now. Because when someone comes out of an event, new people crave direction. They crave, like, listen, just tell me what to do, man. I don't want to have to figure this thing out. Just tell me what you got to do, and I'll do it. You guys know people like that? Who here felt like that when they first came in? It's like, please just tell me. I don't want to figure this thing out. This is probably one of my first attempts at being an entrepreneur. I just want to know what to do, and I'm going to go do it, right? And so I'm going to go through the 7 steps that you want to go through with a new affiliate within the first 7 days in building their business. Is that okay? Yeah. If you're okay, say I'm okay. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So, is this on? Cool. So the first thing that we need to do is get that new affiliate connected. Do you guys think that people that are successful, whether it be an entrepreneur, an artist, a singer, whatever profession that someone's succeeded in, do you guys think that they have a schedule and a routine, or they don't have a schedule and a routine? They have a schedule. Do you think that they have an organized plan to actually know what to do, when to do it? Absolutely. And so what happens is that when we get involved in this industry, in this profession, we're so excited. And our excitement level is like up here. Who remembers our first meeting? And if it's your first meeting today, your excitement level is right here. And who here remembers being inspired? Who's inspired today? I promise you, don't worry, it will wear off. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not contagious forever. And so, who wants to get here and then stay here? This is how human beings work. I'm so excited about Vima. Went home and I got 2 customers, but my 3rd customer says they don't want it. I'm sad again. My friend gets started and he just hit goal. I'm so excited. Next month, my wife says, you don't have to spend enough time with the kids and me. Excitement level's down. And we're like this. And so no one is more willful than their environment. And so that's why the events, the team, the training is so important to keep us inspired and connected. And so it's not only getting connected with the organization, with the weekly schedule, because we have a weekly schedule, we're in all different cities, right? And so depending on your weekly area, you want to get connected within the schedule, within the conference calls, because what's going to end up happening is that it keeps you inspired, and it keeps you growing, and it keeps you learning more about the business, so you can continue on to the next week, because I promise you, you're going to have good days, and you're going to have bad days. It's not all roses and daisies and happy and excited. I get frustrated sometimes, I get upset sometimes. I try to be less, upset than happy, right? Try to be as happy as we can, but at the end of the day, no one is more willful than their environment. So staying connected and staying aligned is the most important thing. Does that make sense, guys? So getting connected to whatever Facebook groups that we have, social media, get people the information of the conference calls, remind them of the conference calls, of the events, promote events, don't just announce them. Make sure everybody knows what's going on so that they can get connected, but most importantly, stay connected. You guys got that? So it's getting connected, but most importantly, stay connected. Most importantly, stay connected. You guys don't want to do this training, do you? Getting connected, most importantly, stay connected. There you go. So that is one of the most important things, guys, because we as people, one of the 2 biggest killers in our business is procrastination. Can't help you if you're lazy. I'm sorry, you're in the wrong business, right? But procrastination, but then also staying inspired, right? And so staying connected is going to help you do that. Next step is get your tools. So there's a couple really, really, really important tools that I recommend that every new affiliate get involved with. Can I get those tools, please? They're here. Cool. No, they're not here. We're missing the CD and. Okay, well, we'll go into a few of them. You guys know your first 7-day CD in the affiliate pack, right? Yes. That CD is really, really important because the title of that CD is called "Making the Shift." Yes or no? Yes. So, helping someone make the shift from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset is so important. And having someone like a Darren Hardy training you on how to do that is huge. Right? Darren Hardy today sits in the seat that Napoleon Hill used to sit in when he wrote his book, Think and Grow Rich. And if you guys don't know, Think and Grow Rich quite possibly could be the most read book that any multimillionaire has ever written.
That's right.
Okay, over 100 years ago, Dale Carnegie, the richest man in the world at the time, paid Napoleon Hill to travel the world and interview the most successful people on the planet and find out what makes them tick, find out what's the difference between them and everybody else, and put together a book that has become a classic that to this day, those truths and that book is going to be timeless for centuries to come. Who here is ready to grow rich? Gotta get it. So Darren Hardy today does what Napoleon Hill does. He interviewed Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Jay-Z. I mean, everyone, all the millionaires, all the billionaires of the world, he's interviewed them. And he's put together programs and materials to help us build our business and make it easier. Because when you first get involved in this business, I'll tell you one of the biggest challenges is because we're not used to being told what to do. And we're used to being told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Right? We're told when to work. We're even told how much we're worth and how much we're going to get paid. You're told when you get a coffee break. You're told you get a lunch break at 1 o'clock. How do you know I get hungry at 1 o'clock? Like, everyone do that? You're told when you get off of work. You're told what days you can work, and if your kid is sick that day, it's too bad, you gotta come in. If not, you're fired. And so we're so used to being told and instructed of what to do. When you now become your own boss, that's the biggest challenge. I tell people, the good news is that your destiny is in your hands. The bad news is that your destiny is in your hands. Right or right? Because you now have to tell yourself and wake yourself up in the morning and go to work and go make it happen no matter what anyone says. And so BK said your success is determined by you and you. And so if you want to make a lot, you can make a lot, you make a little, make a little. You guys following? And so there are certain tools that we want to make sure that every new person gets, and then again, that first 7 days CD is so important. Darren Hardy narrating at BK. They have Jim Rohn, the godfather of self-development on there. You have Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That is probably the most a successful book on financial independence ever written. You have all these multi-millionaires that can teach you and train you about how to create success for $5. Right? And so it comes in your affiliate pack, but if you didn't get an affiliate pack, then you got to make sure that you get the CD. And you have copies for people within your organization that everybody listens to it. I even recommend people that when they walk out of a meeting, even though they order an affiliate pack, the affiliate pack might not come for 4, 5, 6, 7 days, right? And so it's your first 7 days, not your first 8 to 14 days, right? Because that way when people walk out of the meeting, I want them popping that in their cart and listening to it. Because when it comes in their affiliate pack, they can just sell this for $5 to their first new friend. But making sure they're listening to that. Another thing that we recommend is this book called GoPro.
Yep.
Who guys read GoPro?
Right here.
Man, GoPro is amazing. Eric Worre has done, I've read probably close to 100 marketing books in my life. And Eric Worre has done the best job at putting together, because Darren already talks about the mindset of an entrepreneur. But who here had entrepreneurial business background before they came into media? Right? People. So now, when you come into network marketing though, it's a different mindset. If you own a restaurant, if you own a club, if you own all kinds of things, you now have to bring a different mindset into this business. You have the desire, you have the determination, you know you have to be your own boss. But then now you need the skill sets to go build your business. And so he's put together the 7 steps, the 7 skill sets on becoming a professional network marketer. And it's, in my opinion, the best book out there on that. So you want to make sure everyone gets a copy of this. And then also, another thing is ideally a variety pack coming out of the meeting. If not, just making sure they walk out with product. Because again, people are coming out of the meeting. Excitement level's here, right? They're excited. They just saw an opportunity. They want to go tell all their friends about it. The first thing their friends are going to say is, "Where's the product? Let me try it." When their excitement level is the highest, you want to arm them with inventory. You want to arm them with tools. You want them walking out of this meeting with the verb and having a case of product. So even though they have products coming, again, over those first 5 to 7 days, they don't have product. So you want them walking out with product and sampling it out and giving it to their friends, because by the 7th day, they already have customers. They could have already done their first home event. They were able to try the product, consume the product, experience the product. You don't want someone going into a home event and doing their first home event and talking about how incredible this product is when they haven't really been experiencing it. Am I making sense? You guys ever notice that? Sometimes someone does a home event, they haven't really done it. These products are amazing. Are they? I mean, I know they are, but do you know they are? Because you haven't been taking them. Does that make sense? Yep. So we're going to get product to the product. So The most important tools we recommend is walking off product, ideally a variety pack, the Book Go Pro, and the first 7-day CD. And if you have all those things equipped in your first couple of days, you're setting someone up for success. And then we have a lot of other things. We have award-winning applications. I mean, we have applications that you can literally send out tools. Literally, you go into the Vima app. Who knows what I'm talking about? And it takes your entire contact list. I couldn't believe this, right? And it takes your entire list off your phone book, put it into a master prospect list. You can send tools out from those contacts, right? And people, whenever someone clicks on that they've watched the video, it takes them over and puts them into a hot list. And it says, John is watching, the game plan video. And so now you know when to follow up on that person. We have, Chris and Hattie Powell, 12-week challenge. They move in with you. They help you get your result. We have a magazine that comes to life. I couldn't believe this. And BK showed me, he scanned over the magazine and the video popped out. You can play videos through the magazine. Blew me away. I mean, we have, the company's done such an incredible job of all the different videos. And is Joe here? What's Joe, the camera guy? He's not here right now? Joe, making those awesome videos. Making it so easy where if you had to send out tools and follow up, your job becomes very, very easy, right? And so then you have the product. I mean, there's so many tools that you can use. So you want to equip people with those tools to go out and build their business. Make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Number 3 is set your goals. Right? But like I said earlier, people usually don't aim high and miss. They aim low and hit. There is a power, and I don't care what anybody tells me, because it's happened to me time and time again, and every millionaire I've ever talked to has told me this. There is a power in setting goals and writing them down. You become like a magnet that attracts whatever you want into your life. And you don't just write down a goal and sleep in every day and say, I'm waiting, right? You go out there and take action on those goals. When you write down your goals and you close your eyes and you can feel it, quick exercise. You close your eyes for me. No cheaters. And I want you to think about something that you really, really, really want to achieve in the next 3 months. Something you really, really, it could be a rank, it could be a car, it could be a home, it could be a down payment on a home, it could be paying off school, whatever it is that you want. And I want you to envision it and feel how it will feel like to pick up that car, to sign off on that mortgage, to tell your wife you never have to work again a day in your life. I want you to feel what it's going to feel like when you come home one day and you can tell your kids, Daddy's never going back again. To be able to tell your partner that you're going to go on that dream vacation. I just want you to experience how that feels like. Okay, so open your eyes. Did you guys feel that? Did you guys get those butterflies? Did you guys experience that? Hey, that's how you have to envision every day. Like, I don't know whether it's in the shower, BK's time is in the shower, whether it be on your way to work, but every day you gotta envision what you want. And when you write down those goals, you constantly keep envisioning it. You know what sounds crazy? Nobody has experienced something like that. You've written it down, and all of a sudden it just happened. Like, what the heck? How'd that happen? Right? Because of power. I don't know how it is. I don't know the weird deal going on in this universe, but it happens. So write it down. So I want you to write down a 30-day goal. Within your first 30 days, what do you want to do? Your first rank advancing period, whether it be make your investment back, whatever you want to do within your first 30 days. In your first 6 months, what do you want to achieve? Within your first year, and within your first 3 years. Look at your first year, guys, as your school. Not replacing of your school, but as in your school of networking. Some people go to school for their profession for 8 years, and they come out with debt and then start to make money. Here, the cool thing is you get to earn while you learn, right? You get to learn and earn along the process. And if you're profitable already, kudos to you. But your first year is learning, guys. You're learning the skill sets. Who here sometimes, a lot of times when we're young, it's painful, it's frustrating, right? You guys knows what I'm talking about. Like, you want success so bad that you want to cry sometimes. Am I the only crazy one? Okay. I remember when I was 19, 20, 21 years old, I wanted it so, everything seemed so frustrating. Why Why is it when he does it and does this, that happens, and when I do it, it just doesn't happen for me? It's just the skill sets, guys. You gotta learn. Right? Keep on doing repetition. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Okay, so set those goals. Know exactly what you want. Number 4 is make your list. So you want to get your list to at least about 200 contacts, but then right away, within someone's first 7 days, initially, right off the bat, we want them to make a list of 25 people. Because I tell you what, if you follow the instructions, you're going to create success. But if you don't follow the instructions, I can't guarantee success for you. Alright? So make a list of the top 25 friends that you have the best relationship with, keyword, locally. The 25 friends that you have the best relationship with, keyword what? Locally. Okay. And they write down those 25 people. After they made that list of those 25 people, then I talk to you about how we're going to schedule your launch party. You know, and say the person's name is Nancy. So Nancy, we're going to schedule your launch party, and you're going to want to be there, Nancy. It's at your house. It's at your house, and you're going to want to be there. And so, what I want you to do, today is Saturday, so whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, I want you to think about when your next launch party or when your launch party is going to be. You guys thought about it? The count of 3, I want everyone to scream out when the launch party is. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So whoever's new, whatever day they said, schedule that in the planner, right? 7:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whenever they're starting. We're going to schedule it. We have a list of 25 contacts, and now we're going to invite for your launch party. What's so important, guys, is making sure that when someone comes in, when you come in, you invite with the person that knows how to invite your friends to your launch party. Or you sit down with someone to do it. Because what ends up happening is that you tell them to make a list of 25 people, and they end up contacting this 25 people, the same person 25 times. And we want to sit down with them and say, okay, who's Mike? What's Mike do? So I want you to call Mike like this. Who's Tom? What does Tom do? Okay, we're going to call Tom like this. Who's Larry? Oh, Larry does this? Okay, we gotta call Larry like this. Who's Ryan? And we just go through the first 10 to 15, because if you sit down with your new affiliate and you teach them how to make those phone calls, by the 10, 15 call, they become master inviters, and you never have to worry about that person inviting ever again. Instant duplication in your first 30 minutes of sitting down with them. Or you let them do it, they do the runaround, and for the next period of 4 to 5 to 6 months, sometimes they won't even tell you that they're not confident. But you can show someone how to create confidence in inviting within the first hour to sit down with them, and then from that point forward, they feel good about making calls. You gotta feel on fire to make calls. And if you have a team of people that are on fire to make calls, your job becomes very easy. Who here remembers that making calls was a little scary in the beginning? Who here feels that sometimes it's still a little scary? It's okay, be honest. But I'll tell you that with our training system, it becomes a joke. The invite steps on GoPro, a 12-year-old. But they can't sign up. They can just do it. Okay, so we're going to invite for your launch party. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to make phone calls. There's a couple of different approaches to contact your friend. The book talks a lot about it. I'm going to share with you guys how simple it is to invite your friends to the launch party. Okay, who wants to be my guinea pig? Take Matrix. Unsave Matrix. Matrix is always getting picked on. All right, so I'm gonna call Matrix. Matrix is a good friend of mine. I'm gonna call him directly, right? Sometimes you want to contact someone if they're successful. You want to ask them for their opinion. You might not want to be direct with them if you don't want to approach them yet. But if I'm calling Matrix, I'm directly telling him how I'm working on a project and I want him to come check it out. So this is how simple it goes. Can we get Matrix a mic real quick? So there's a couple different approaches, but I'm gonna just go through 2 approaches with you. One, which is that direct approach, which is I'm just letting Matrix know I'm working on something big, and I want him to come to my launch party. And then if Matrix is like someone that's a lot more successful than me, and I have a lot of respect for, who here has those in their market, that you don't know how to call them, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna call Matrix. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey Matrix, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out.
How you doing?
Good?
Cool. Listen, man, I'm running out the door. Do you got a quick second to talk?
Yeah, what's up?
You want to be quick on the phone? You don't have a lot of time to get into it. You're running out the door. You're busy. You're doing something, right? You don't got time, right? So, hey, man, I'm running off the door. Listen, you got a quick second to talk?
Yeah,
Perfect. Listen, I recently been working on something really, really big, and you're someone that I've always appreciated as a friend because you've always been there, you've always supported me, and I've always cared about that, and I appreciate that, man. But I'm working on something really, really big that I want to talk to you about.
What is it? Something important.
You know, it's a lot to explain over the phone. But if I were to send you a 4-minute video that'll explain what I'm doing, would you watch it?
Yeah, sure. But what is it?
And like I said, it's a lot to explain, but the video gives you all the information.
Oh, so the information's on the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. So I can text it, email. What's best for you?
Text works.
Okay, so I'm gonna text you. Text you right now. When do you think you can watch that video, man?
I'm not doing much right now. I'm kind of just watching TV.
Perfect. So if he said I can watch it later, I'm gonna get a time. Right? 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time. So say he said 7 o'clock.
I'll watch it at 7 o'clock.
Coachable. Perfect. So if I were to call you at 7:30, you'll have watched it by then, right?
Call me at 8.
Okay, cool. So I'll call you at 8. You'll watch it by then. Okay. Call you at 8, and we'll talk about it then.
Perfect.
Call you back at this number?
Yeah.
Perfect. Man, done. So now you let the tool do the selling. You let the tool do the educating. This is what I want you to do. Put your right hand up. I want you to say, I am not a tool. Okay? You're not the tool. The tool is the tool. He was, I don't like the foul. No problem. You're in the right place. I don't like selling either. Right? We're in the business of educating and understanding. We're just educating people on what our industry really is because they probably don't know. And we're educating them on how we have some of the best products on the planet. Right? We send them a tool, whatever works for them. If they're a person in school, send them one of the YPR videos. If they're, someone wants products, send them a product video. If there's someone that wants to create massive success, send them a testimonial of someone that's created massive success. Whatever it is that fits for your person, whatever it is that you feel that you want them to look at, send them a tool. Don't overcomplicate it. Just you can close your eyes and pick a video, and it'll probably be perfect. Right? Joe's done a great job. Over Joe's. Cool. So now, come around, boss. So now I'm going to call Matrix, and Matrix is someone that's really successful. He makes, $200,000 a year. I just came out of college. I make $15,000 a year. I don't have a lot going on, but I have a lot of respect for him. But then I want him to check it out, but I'm going to tell him without telling him. Okay? So I'm going to call Matrix up right now. Ring.
Hello?
Hey, Matrix, what's going on, man?
Kind of busy right now. I'm at the office.
Well, hey, listen, I only got a minute to talk too. Can I quick call real quick? Perfect. Listen, Matrix, when it comes to success, you've always been someone that I've always admired. People love confidence. That's why you always start with confidence. Makes them feel good, right? So Matrix, you're something that I've always respected because you've always got something going on, man. You always got this going on, that going on, and I've always appreciated that because it's always inspired me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, the reason I'm calling is because I just got involved in a new business and I'm terrified, man. I just got involved in a new business and I don't know what I'm doing. I just got involved in a new business and I'm shaking like a little girl in my pants. Whatever, right? Whatever it is that you want to say, you're new to a new business, you want their opinion on something, you want to make sure that they give you an opinion before you do something stupid. Whatever it is, right? So Matrix, I really would like your opinion on something I'm working on.
Sure.
Yeah. So if I made it easy for you and if I were to send you some information, would you watch it? And if you like it or don't like it, doesn't really matter. I just need your opinion, and I'll buy you lunch or something if you could just help me out.
Sure. How long is it?
It's like about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah. Cool. So what's best for you? Email, text?
Email it to me.
Okay, perfect. When do you think you can watch that, Matrix?
I'm in and out of the office today. I can probably watch it tomorrow around noon.
Noon? Okay, cool. So if I were to call you at 12:30, you'll have watched it by then?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. So I'll call you at 12:30. This number?
Yep.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Appreciate it.
Problem.
Give me a round of applause. You guys see how simple that is? Let the tools do the work. Let the tools do the education. Let the tools do all the training. Let BK, let Ian talk about, I love my iPad. Let him do it, right? Let the video do all the work, right? And you just follow, and that's it. Okay. Last step is register for the next big event. Say this with me. Events build people. Events build people. We're in the events business. Not that we're in the events business, but in our business, we have to run a lot of events. Events educate, they inspire, they show people it's possible. When you see someone on stage that's had the results that you've gotten or that you want to get, right? Someone says, people that got kids, oh no, I got kids, you don't know what it's like. And they come to a meeting and someone got 4 kids and they're creating massive success and they're doing it part-time. They're like, oh wow, well she can do it. I can do it, right? If he can do it, and so it creates belief, it creates vision, it creates, when you go to another city and you get a chance to meet. Who has met somebody new that's cool in this room? Right? Isn't it fun to meet new people, new energies? Wow, he's like me, she's like me, wow, I can learn from you. And then it's such an incredible experience for people to travel, whether it be a local event or a faraway event, but especially big events are so crucial. So this event was a success. Give yourselves a round of applause. I want to thank Ian for playing team ball, and Team Ian, Lionheart, right? You guys have been awesome and playing team and coming together. I know you guys just did a big event 2 weeks ago and coming together, that's awesome. So we really appreciate that. And so, we're going to be doing a lot of events. Me and Ian were talking with Sheila, listen, by the end of this year, we're going to push the 3,000 man event. Because, myself and Sheila have been working together for a really long time. Ian brings a whole new energy to what we're doing. And, for the last, decade of myself and Sheila building together, our vision, what we're going to go do, and that in the next 6 months, we're going to do everything that we've done and combine 2 decades of experience, and we're going to do it all in 6 months. Right? We're going to do it all in 6 months. And so we're really excited about that, but it's the events and learning how to move event to event to event that's going to really create the success. So the purpose of an event is always promote the next event. And guess what the purpose of that event is? To promote the next event. And then guess what the purpose of that event is? And you're just going to do that until you're super successful and beyond, right? And so we have a big event coming up on August 30th in Boston, Massachusetts. And so you're going to see the information, the link, all the information. If you ever head over to Vima5000.com, why 5,000? Because our goal is to put 5,000 people into the system within the next, 6 more months. We've done about 1,000. We got 4,000 more to go. And on that website, you're gonna have all the information, what's going on, what's happening, and when the event is. So you're gonna see that go live today. And for 24 hours, once that go live, it's gonna be a $20 early special for 24 hours, and you can get your tickets to that event in Boston. All the details, all the information will be on there. Also, you're going to see Vima 5000 is going to become a training website that myself, Sean, and Ian are going to start using. We're going to put this fast start video on there. We're going to make a condensed, shortened fast start video in about 12 to 14 minutes. Or after your party, you can really just play a video and your person's trained. The action plan video is awesome, but it's a little lengthy for somebody new initially getting started to get them into action right away, right? And we're also going to have a little conversion button where you can click Spanish and it's going to convert the entire website into Spanish. We're going to have all the training in Spanish. And if you don't speak Spanish, it's okay because someone will do it for you, So, other than that, I'm pretty much wrapped up. Just learn that fast start, master that fast start, execute that fast start. Even if there's only one person in your home event, sit down with them and do the fast start. Because everything you do in your business will duplicate. Yep. The good and unfortunately the bad. I wish that people in my business duplicated only the good and ignored the bad, but in life, you know how parents say sometimes, don't do what I do what I say? Well, in this business, they're just going to do whatever it is that you do, right? And so you want to make sure you're modeling after the right example. So we're just going to get into the next speaker. You guys ready? Yeah. You guys bored of me yet? No. So, this guy is a pretty special guy, When I first got involved in network marketing, I signed him up about 3 weeks into my network marketing career. And he stuck it through. And looking at what we have here with Vima, who here is Vima as your first company? You're so lucky. You have no idea. You have no idea. It was pretty much all of the last company was just all a startup trying to get out of the startup phase. We didn't have the tools. We didn't have this is changing and that's changing. It was difficult to get into a rhythm, and just. We trained industry. I mean, it was crazy. But this guy got started with me, and he never quit. And he stuck it through. He had a lot of challenges. I mean, when I talk about, you want to talk battle wounds. If you can see the wounds that we went through, because they're not like really wounds, but they're like internal wounds that we you're going through when you're building your business, if you guys know what I'm talking about, battle wounds, then we would be all scarred up because you went through everything. And you know, when you're building something and you're going to war and you're going up a mountain, and you're about to go to war, don't you feel a little more confident when you got an army behind you? And you got like your generals, you got the people that really got your back with you, you feel a lot stronger. Isn't it a little scary when you get up the mountain and you look back and no one's there? But through everything, and I mean everything, he was there every single step of the way. To the good, to the bad, and to see him now on top, and to see his business rocking, and to see just what he's doing, the success he's creating, and you know, he was like 3 cycles from executive, you know, but that's pretty amazing in your first rank advancing period. And you know, when he transitioned, his team didn't question it, came with him because they love him, because they respect him, because of just all the good work he's doing. And again, he's become more than just, again, a business partner. He's become my brother, and I love him with all my heart, and I really appreciate everything he's done because, you know, it's easier to make things happen when you have someone like this that has your back. So, without further ado, my brother from another mother, Ronald Santos.
Not just excitement, and all fired up, right? Yes. Now we're fired up with direction, even better, right? Yes. So before we continue, just so we're a little more acquainted, obviously from Queens, New York, my parents were there, back there. Hi, Mom and Dad. So like Eddie said, we went to trying to get out of the building up stages of our previous venture. We're about to have 8 years, their first event, so I'm really excited. But moving forward, they're actually one of the main reasons why when Eddie shared with me this small concept, this small idea of network marketing, multi-level marketing, of being able to have your money work for you and not trading time for money, is something that really caught my attention. The reason it caught my attention is because growing up, you know, I'm very proud of my parents, and I just want to say for everybody that I love you guys, and they're the main reason why I do what I do. Some of you guys can relate. You're all day, you're suit and tied, you have all these products in your house, all your friends are over, you're trying to do this meeting, and they're like, what the heck are you doing, you know? And not really understanding, so I'm really happy that they were able to make it out here today, so they could be a part of this new venture, this new exciting journey that I'm going to embark. And I'm excited to say that I really believe that this opportunity will give me the chance to give back to them because they've done so much not only for myself, but for my brothers and the rest of my family, you know? So that's basically why I'm here. But before I continue on that and I get too choked up, you know, I'm going to share something with you guys today that, in my experience, has been able to really propel our business. In 23 days, we were, like Eddie said, we were really this close to executive. So shout out to my team. I love you guys. But the main reason why wasn't because we're that good. You know, we're not that special. We just, 1, love each other, 2, believe, and 3, we implement what I'm going to go over with you guys next. So you guys like to see that? Yeah! And I'm telling you, this was taught to me by Eddie, by Shil Patel. These are my mentors that got me out of some of my emotional and just situations that I would never thought that I'd be able to get out of and completely change my life 100%. So what I'm going to train on you guys is my PowerPoint ready? Ready? Say I'm ready. Ready. Cool. So, running and duplicating home events, right? So, like Eddie was saying towards the end of his training, that events is what builds a business. True? Yes. Cool. So, if events is what builds a business, well, where does the first event start from? From your very own home, right? And this is something that a lot of us neglect. So, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you how to effectively run a meeting Then I'm going to share a couple minutes on how to duplicate it. So not only you're doing, but then you're able to show your people how to do it as soon as possible too, right? All right, click next. Your first home event. Obviously, we're gonna have music. You don't want any hip hop or rap. You don't want them walking in, get up, kidnap that fool while you're trying to talk to them about an opportunity, right? It's like when you go to work, the last song you listen to, that's what's stuck in your head. Right? So you want to have some house or some light techno next. Oh, here we go. All fancy and stuff. All right, next we're gonna have samples, right? BYOV, bring your own verb, right? Most people say bring your own beer, and here's bring your own verb, right? The reason why is because if you're doing a home event combined with your team, imagine the host and his whole order delivery go on to one meeting. How do you think they feel? Or what do you think they're gonna do? Are they gonna continue doing house meetings for everyone? No, I don't want to do this anymore. So you have your guests come in, plugging in is something that you should definitely do. The reason why is because it creates more energy. But make sure if you're gonna bring a guest or two, make sure you bring your own verb, okay? Your own samples. Take ownership of your own business, right?
Right.
I mean, Emo gives us those, those little bags that come in?
Yep.
That aluminum thing? Guess what? You can put an ice pack in there with some of your verbs that keeps it cold.
Nice.
Right? Also, make sure that your ice packs are cold as well. I mean, your samples are cold as well. Why? Who's had hot verb here? Point made, right? Displays and tools, right? You want to be able to showcase a product, right? We have award-winning branding and packaging. Let's showcase it. We want to make sure that when you guys walked in, how effective is it that we have a whole display of what our products are, right? Just makes it that more attractive. Have marketing tools, obviously printouts, magazines, have income disclosures, things like that, right? And like I said, let the tools do the talking, right? So not really gonna get into too much of that because you already went over it. After that's pretty simple. All you gotta do is press play, let the videos roll. But what I want to make sure we understand is one thing. A lot of times we try to play the videos when we get there, get off of YouTube or whatever the case is. And if the internet's not strong, it starts lagging. If that happens, what happens is that you create this little dead spot, or this silence, and people are awkwardly waiting for the video to load up again. So just have it pre-registered, preloaded, okay?
Yeah.
You guys with me?
Yeah.
I'm boring you guys yet?
No.
Okay. Next, share stories. What did we do today? We bring out everybody that was ranked advancing, right? We recognize that. But what you want to make sure you do is that if you have someone that's on the body line, have a product testimonial. But I saw a product testimonial, someone that's qualified for their car bonus to pay off their school, who's rank advancing. Not only does that create more belief that new people bring in, but it also makes that person that when they achieve something, they're being recognized. It makes them feel good. It empowers them to continue doing more. Okay?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes.
You guys like that one, right? You guys have an option. Although and welcome, okay? After that, what you do is that you help them fill out the application. First, what you want to do is make sure you have the applications printed out, right? I've seen this happen so many times, right? That someone comes in, they bring their friend's decided to get ready, and they're running around the whole meeting trying to figure out, find somebody to put that application to, so they can fill it out. Because their app isn't working or isn't loading up. Just get the information on paper. Worst comes to worst, process it right then and there or during the meeting. But you need to have it at hand in order to do it, right? Obviously, income disclosure are required as well. Begin fast start. It's a total must. Just like Eddie went over the fast start, now you guys are able to have them duplicate the same thing. You have the notes, just go apply it. The reason why this is real simple and real easy is because now when they come in, they saw the how to do it as a presentation or the what. The faster is the how. Okay, what's the next step? I'm excited, I got started, but then what? At least this way, not only do they get started, but now they have direction. Okay? Get your friend a variety pack. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that they're able to sample and display stuff in the first 7 days. Darren Hardy, the first 7 day CD, right?
Yep.
Talks about the first 7 days, not first 3 to 5 business days I wait for my products to come in. Then the 7 days I start running. No. You're already doing a miss 1 whole week when you're ranking that.
Right.
Those are cycles that you could have really accumulated. So why wait till then? Why not get it done now? They go home with a variety pack, not only is that more modeling, but they're able to sample, have more belief, have something tangible to show their friends and family. True or not true?
True.
Okay. The don'ts, right? Don't serve alcohol. Trust me, you don't want to do it. You want to talk to them about business opportunity, make sure they're sober, right? You also don't want to provide a lot of food. The reason why I say this is because then they expect it every week, right? You don't want to have a buffet because what happens after lunch right now? What happened? Eddie was talking about it. Right? Or they get the mooches that come to eat and leave, right? You want to make sure you don't dress formal for home events. You want to make sure that you're welcoming. You want to make sure that you guys are, your friends feel comfortable. You want to make sure that it's a warm environment. And if your friends know you, and they know you're a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, then why are you going to stand up to with a suit and tie, right? Doesn't make any sense. Obviously, you want to have a good first impression from the friends that they bring in, so you want to be business casual, you know?
Right.
Wear jeans, button up, you know, some shoes, something like that, right? Don't set up chairs like this, classroom style. Because automatically your friends come in like, what's going on here? I thought you were having like a launch party, or is it a party? I hear the music, but why are those chairs set up that way?
That's true.
So you want, again, it's a home environment. Make them feel comfortable, warm, welcome, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you want to make sure, however the couches are set up, leave it at that. For events like this, we don't have much of a choice, right?
Right.
But we building up intimacy and stuff like this. It starts at the home. The magic happens in the living room. I promise you guys, 90% of my organization or our business came through the home events. Came from the living rooms. It wasn't at big events like this. We just did a lot of them, and we had them going on every single day. Right? Cool? You guys ready? Say I'm ready.
I'm ready.
The do's, be yourself. Again, if your friends know you talk, walk, act a certain way, don't sound like a telemarketer when you're inviting them. You know, don't try to pretend someone you're not. Just be yourself. Be genuine. Introduce all your friends to everybody else, because you might find people who are like-minded, who know each other through some attribute, and you want to make sure that everyone's comfortable with each other. Imagine that you walk into a home event and you only know one person. That's kind of like when you go to a party, they invite you to a party and you only know one person. How awkward is that?
Yeah.
And your friend is so busy, like with the other friends that you stand around, how uncomfortable is that?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. But make sure that everyone feels welcome, everyone feels like a family environment, that's what we are, and everyone's comfortable at home, right? Most importantly, have fun. It's supposed to be fun. If you guys are not having fun, you're doing it wrong. I guarantee you. You know? That's the number one thing. It's fun. Meeting new people, changing people's lives, making money, driving brand new cars for free, getting your school paid for. All of that should be fun. So let's not forget that part, okay? Alright, duplicating home events, alright? 5 M's, something that Eddie always taught me. More meetings means more money, right? So if you're wondering why your check is low, count how many meetings you did that week. I promise you, it'll be equivalent. Your check was bigger that week, it's because obviously check your schedule, you had a lot more meetings going on. That plain and simple, it's not rocket science, right? Oops. Okay, having a home event is essential to rank advancing, frenzy, double frenzy bonuses, car school bonuses, contests, and trip qualifications. You would never achieve those things if you don't have those things, those meetings going on. Make sure that you want to go and schedule yours today. Alright? Alright. Making the First Circle Work by Randy Gage, right? This little book right here changed everything for me. The minute I started applying this book to every single person that came in, what ended up happening is that everybody came in already with the mindset of what they needed to do, which is duplication. They were not reliant, and they went out there on their own. Randy Gage is someone who's very, very popular in our industry. He writes multiple books, but this is one of the easiest reads to read. You can find them in the back, and I guarantee you after I read 2 pages of this, you guys know why I say it. The name of the book is Making the First Circle Work. The foundation of duplication in network marketing. Some people read the title like, oh, that book is not going to work out. It says GoPro by Eric Worre. GoPro, nah, it's all right. Right? So, that was the how-to, right? Or the how to run a successful event. I'm going to read chapter 6, Watering the Taproot, okay? So, short, quick read. I got a couple minutes left. After that, if I have time, I'm going to bring up some people so you guys see how I set up exactly what they implement here. Cool? I never went to college, so I'll make fun of my reading. Cool? Building from the bottom up, okay? So in the last chapter, we talked about how you make it rain. Now let's talk about how we direct that rain to produce the most fruit. Back in the day, when we all worked a stair-step breakaway compensation plan, we called this the taproot strategy. And while comp plans have evolved and the implementation of other plans may be slightly different, the basic principles behind this is as powerful today as it ever been. The analogy behind this is the taproot that every tree has. This is the main root that reaches deep in the earth and brings in water and nutrients to grow the tree. And the deeper the taproot grows, the taller and stronger the tree will grow above ground. The same principles apply to duplication. You guys with me? Most people work their organization from the top down, focus on their personal enrollees, or PAQs. With the taproot principles, you work from the bottom up, creating volume and excitement at all levels, which has a chain reaction all the way to the top, right? There are a couple ways to do this. First, a lot of presenters at home meetings you do locally, right? Well, first through any presentations and home meetings you do locally. Let's say you do a home meeting at Jack and Sue's house, who are personals to you. Their guests Abe and Becky join the business. You move the next meeting to Abe and Becky's home, but you invite Jack and Sue to attend as well. You let them know that you're going to help them work down in their group, help train them in the process until they're ready to take over. You guys got that? Okay. So you do a house meeting for someone's home, but then the people that they have that are interested in when they get started, you set one right away for them, but they invite their sponsors as well to come in, letting them know they're going to be the ones to also help them out until they're ready to take over on their own. Okay? Suppose at the meeting, Chris and Carmen join up. You schedule the next meeting at their place, inviting both Jack and Sue and Abe and Becky. You include this process, you continue this process level by level, building momentum until someone, hopefully Jack and Sue, but not necessarily, takes it away from you. So you keep doing and repeating this till a leader pops up, till someone starts taking ownership, till someone starts blowing it up, right? You can do a similar process with long distance lines also. You can check your back office and look for people who show a spark. No matter what level they are, someone qualifies as a spark by sponsoring a lot of people showing a volume growth. When you see a spark, feed the fire by pouring gasoline on it. You do this by getting in touch and letting those people know you are willing to travel to their town and do the presentations and trainings for them. Right? Of course, this excites them, but it also moves that excitement all through the sponsor line above them. So not only are you splitting fire on the bottom, now it starts trickling up. Because once you got a power leg going, that 180 is really easy to hit, right? Many people in the business work only with the people in their payout range. I think this is a big mistake. When I go into my back office and look for people with potential, it doesn't matter to me how far down the group they are or whether I am even getting paid on them. Working with people beneath your payout range will eventually produce higher bonuses for your payout and increase long-term security in your organization, okay? You're not cycling a couple times, hitting, gold, diamond, whatever the case is, and then not have stability to maintain it, right? That's what we want. We want to pay ranks one cycle, one pay rank period. We want to do the next one also, so we get those rank advance bonuses, right? So we solidify our income, so we have a consistent income coming in, so we can let go of and fire our bosses, right? Right. And that's the end of that. It goes into talking to the next chapter, but don't you guys see how useful that is? Yeah. You guys can I guarantee if you guys implement what I just read to you guys, I know my reading is horrible. Read it on your own, you might do a better job than I am. But I guarantee you, if you implement this, and all you people coming in to your home events, we have this at all our home meetings. You know, those who work with me, don't we have this at all our home meetings? We push variety packs in these, and the GoPros. Why? Because you need the products in order to sample have something tangible, but you need the information to build your business. Doctors spend tons of money to be able to go to school for so many years, and the payout that they get in return is nowhere near as much as they put into it. Right? So we spend all this time and money to go to school. We need to be able to spend this time and money to invest into our business, so the return can be a lot greater, right? All right, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys want the breaking out in the please help me welcome back up Eddie Mentor.
All right. You guys ready to duplicate some home events? Launch some parties? Cool. All right. So we got someone pretty awesome coming up next. This girl is a powerhouse. I'm really excited because you're gonna start to be, you know that whole lady boss movement? Yeah. She's definitely a lady boss for sure.
For sure.
And you know, she's actually been time tested with myself and Sheila. She's definitely been the most influential female in our organization for many years now. She's inspired girls all over America to build their businesses. And the thing about her is that she just has this attitude where she just doesn't give a you know what.
Yeah.
And you know, myself and Sheila, we kept talking about how we're gonna go expand in Miami and we're gonna go live down there and open up the market. We just kept talking about it and we never did it. And then one day she's like, "You guys talk too much. I'm gonna go." And she jumped in her brand new SLK, drove to literally, and I'm not even kidding. We were having a few conversations. The next week she goes, "I'm moving to Miami." We're like, sure. She goes, seriously. And she jumped in her SLK. She shot down to Florida. And she hadn't like really prepared anything yet. She just went down there because she's like, "I'll figure out when I get there." And she made it happen. And she was able to lead the entire Miami project with us out there in Florida, open up the market, has been doing an incredible job down there. And you know, to see how far she's come, we actually got started in the business about like a week apart. I got started first. And so she got started about a week later, so I'm a week older than her. But she has inspired not only myself, not only Sheila, but the entire team. I'm so proud of her and her work ethic and how far she's come. And I just know that you're going to start to hear her name a lot.
Yep.
Her Instagram is Lady Boss Lisa. So follow her on Instagram. Without further ado, let me get Lady Boss Lisa, our new star platinum.
So, I don't want to bore you guys, but my biggest tip for those who's going to take it, if you don't want me to put you to sleep, I recommend the best way to get oxygen in your body is to have a great straight posture. And if you don't know, you actually absorb more sitting at the edge of your seat than slouching against the seat. Did you guys know that? So I was in the back, I started to notice people were like dozing. I'm like, man, hopefully I don't put you guys to sleep. I'm not going to do that, right? No. So biggest thing for me when I'm ever on stage, if you guys want to have good energy, I would love energy back. It's kind of a two-way relationship. Is that okay with you guys? Are you guys sure? Are you guys with me? Is fun? So I'm gonna bring Miami in the house today. Is that okay for you guys? Cool. So for many of us, it's our first time meeting. My name is Lisa. Thank you for the introduction. I'm super excited to be here today. I've just been a part of Lima for the last 5 weeks. And so far, I would say I've been having more fun in the last 5 weeks than I have in the last 8 years of me doing business. Anyone on that boat with me? Yes? So what I love about Viva is the fact that yes, we're a health and nutrition company, and getting involved with health about 6 years ago changed my entire lifestyle and how I want to live. How many of us, I know this seems like a younger demographic, how many of us ever lost anyone in their life? Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, maybe it's an aunt, uncle, or is there a group of people who have never been to a funeral in here? Few? Okay, cool. But pretty much we've lost someone in our life, yes? So my first experience early on in life learning about health was when I was at the age of 12 and actually saw my father pass away from cancer. And it came to us unexpectedly. First off, my parents, they did not fall in love, they got into an arranged marriage, and it was very hard for them to have their relationship work out. So most of my life, I've always seen my parents arguing, they were never together, and the one time that I thought my family was working things out was actually the darkest time of my life, and that's when I realized my father, he never took care of his health. Throughout the whole time when we weren't together, he was out there gambling, drinking, and it just all caught up to him at a very early age, and he passed early in his 40s. I can't even remember what age. I was literally 12. And when everything had happened, I just remember just feelings of anger, negativity, embarrassment. It's like, man, why is this all happening to me? And I resented my father. I actually got so bad where his very last day of living, I actually didn't say a word to him. I never even had a chance to say goodbye. And looking back today, that's probably one of the experience that I wish I could change, where, you know, once someone passes, you can't say what you want to say. And anybody have those experiences where you're like, man, I wish I could have done things differently? Yeah. And it was one of the biggest regret that I carried on for many, many years. And it was a part of me where I was like, you know, this is something that I never wanted to talk about, became very close. I thought I was very different because my father was actually the first in our family to pass. So I saw all my cousins just having this ideal, perfect family that I thought everyone had, that I wanted. And long story short, when I got introduced to the health industry about 6 years ago, it completely changed my mindset because the whole time I thought things just happened. Oh, I just lost my father because of alcohol. But what I realized getting involved with health is the fact that you are actually fully responsible for your own health. It doesn't just happen to you yesterday or today. It's what you've been residually doing. And I know we're kind of a younger group again, but it starts right now. What you do today will play forward 10, 20, 30 years from now. So I'm just very appreciative to have been introduced to this industry because what I went through, I wouldn't want my kids to go through. And of course, we can't control everything, but you do still have a good control over how the quality of life you're gonna live. Am I right? And luckily for me, I still have my mom, and I know our parents, they're just gonna get older. So today, because of our products and just getting involved, I did my very best to educate her and try to teach her how to live better because at the end of the day, I think everybody wants to do better if they knew how to do better. But the problem is that most people, they don't know what to do, so they don't do much. Am I right? And that was me too. Prior to getting involved with health, I was 115 pounds. I suffered many, many years from acne. Just didn't have confidence, never worked out, ate at all the fast food, thinking that was normal, until I got educated with how to eat better. Today, it's very different, and I can't go back to what I used to do, because when you know how to do better, you do better, right? It's like if someone told you crack is bad for you, don't do it. You're more aware, like, man, if I do it, this is what's going to happen for me. So you have a choice. Do I want to live good or do I want to live bad, right? So today, I'm super excited, and when I first got introduced to Vila, my first thought was, I don't even drink energy drinks. Why would I want to promote a company that sells energy drinks? Anyone thought about that? Yeah. Anyone on that boat? Yeah. And at first I was like, okay, whatever, let me try it out. And I remember meeting BK, and I popped open my first can of Verb, I was like, wow, this is really good. And when he was telling us about energy drinks, it's actually not really an energy drink, it's a healthy energy drink. It was like this, I was being brainwashed, like, what? I can't even like imagine healthy energy drinks. There's vitamins in this drink and it's good for me. Where today, I just got my affiliate pack 5 weeks ago. My products were done within like 2 weeks. And I was just waiting for my next shipment coming. Anyone suffered from not having like your products? And I have a roommate, her name is Carla, she's back there. Her first auto delivery came in, she got her variety pack. And I'm just staring at the fridge, I'm like, that's not my can of Verb, but I definitely want one. And she goes to work, so I stole a can. I had a text, I was like, I want to be honest with you, I had to take a can of your Verb. Like, I just need it right now. So what I love about our company is that we have a highly consumable product, and it tastes amazing, right? I mean, I've tried products before, but the biggest thing is you gotta enjoy what you do. If kids are saying they love it, wow, that's amazing. If your mom's saying they love it, that's amazing. So number one thing in terms of a business, you gotta have a product that you stand behind, yes? And the cool thing about Beam is that our business is a customer acquisition business, so 80% of our volume comes from customers. So some people can look at our business, oh, you're always just trying to build a team, build a business, make money. Actually, no, I'm more interested in helping people get healthy and loving our products because the money will come after. You guys agree with me? So on top of that, I know we have different lines. We have the Viva, we have the Verb, we have the Body. All I know is that it all tastes good. Sometimes I don't even know what the differences are. Anyone kind of got confused at the beginning of their business? You're like, I like how it all tastes, but what are the benefits, right? So I'm going to share with you guys some frequently asked questions that I was actually so excited about reading, where I'm like, you know, it's not just even a great tasting product, but there's a lot of cool things that we should all be excited about. You guys ready? Yeah. Are you guys sure? Can you guys make some noise? So hopefully I don't bore you guys. But again, if this business is based on acquiring customers, you want to know what you have as your ammo, right? So let's go through some frequently asked questions on Bima. So why do you want to supplement with Bima? Well, number one thing, when I first understood that Bima is a liquid nutrition, I've been so used to thinking vitamins are made in pill form. How many of us were a little confused that you can actually have a potent liquid vitamin? It's like, is that possible? Were you guys excited about that? How many of us know people who don't like to take pills? How many of you personally don't like to take pills? Or how many of us can't even take pills? Do you have friends where they're like, I can't even swallow like a little thing like this? It's like the hardest thing. They're like, they have to drink it out with water, they force themselves. So I'm glad we don't have to go through that anymore. So in this little 2-ounce shots, I was so excited when we first got our products to say we're taking shots in the morning. You guys know that shot song? Shot song? Alright, cool. So this little 2-ounce shot right there is like your grocery bag, and it tastes delicious, and I love it in the morning. So coolest thing is that Bima is a 1 complete ultra premium liquid formula. And I don't know if you know, but your body has 63 trillion cells that are actively working on a daily basis. So if your body is like a Mercedes-Benz, do you want to put it with the highest quality gas or the cheap gas? Cheap gas can still work, right? But pretty soon it might go put down on your car, right? You don't want that to happen. So the next thing is our next one. How many of us are parents in here? Okay, cool. Give it up to the parents. Nice. Or how many of us have younger siblings? Cool. So the Bima Next would be a great product. So I have a little sister. She's 12 years old. She's like my little angel. And I try my best to educate her about taking care of herself, just because I know, kids' health today is so poor. You see kids suffering from obesity, diabetes, and it's like, man, what is happening? So when I first heard that we had products for kids, I was really excited because I know she was a customer of these gummy bites. So when they actually did a study and laid out all the products for kids, ours actually came out with the highest ORAC score, which is really, really great. We have DHA in our products. And what you'll see here, we have prebiotics, keratin, a lot of cool stuff. So just know we have the best multivitamin for kids out there. Yes, excited? Yeah. So, who actually have never heard of DHA? DHA is an omega-3 fatty acid known to support brain and eye health, which is very important for kids, right? So most kids are not getting it because what is their daily diet like today? Pretty poor. I think I was reading the main source of vegetable for kids today is potatoes. So another great thing if you're a parent in here, knowing about our product is the Orange Blast Flavoring Natural. The answer is yes. We have no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. As well, why does Vima Next have fruit and veggie blend that's not in the Vima formula? How many of us growing up, we didn't like to eat fruits and vegetables as kids? So everyone else enjoyed your greens growing up? You guys are all lying to me. I know you did not eat your broccoli every single time it was on your plate. So pretty much with kids, we actually blended the fruits and vegetables to fill in the gap that they have through their daily diet. And sometimes as kids, when you have options to pick, they don't always pick the best nutritious food, right? They're going after the tasty ones or the sugary food. So the fact that we blend it all makes it a complete vitamin for kids. How many of us are lovers of Renew? That was like the first product that went out. I was like, no more Renew. I know for sure Ian loves Renew, right? So what is plant source silica and what are their benefits? It's actually an ingredient known to maintain healthy skin, hair, and nails. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to stay looking young and beautiful, the Renew is a great product. And actually that extra ingredient is what separates the Renew from the Vima formula. Because you kind of think it's the same thing, right? Except the Renew is actually non-carbonated. They're both non-carbonated, caffeine-free. The Renew is just more of a beverage, and the silica is an additional, makes it premium and easy on the go. Cool? You guys good? Am I boring you guys? Yeah, sure. I'll only believe you smile for me. There you go. You actually live longer if you smile. So, Verve. Whose favorite product is the original Verve? Who loves the bold? Who loves the party? Who loves Mojo? They got a lot of Mojo. That was the loudest one, I think. Who loves Zero Sugar? And who loves Remix? Wow! So I think the Remix is geared toward party and the nightlife, right? Do you guys know there's an after party happening tonight? Who's gonna break it down? So first I'm like, man, what's the difference? They all taste good, they kind of taste a little similar. The only one that I can actually really distinguish is the Mojo Coffee. But pretty much the main difference is the taste you're going for, the sugar level, and the caffeine level, right? Obviously the bold is the one that contains the most caffeine. Zero sugar is the one that has zero sugar. Pretty much it's how you feel, and what's great is that we have a product for whatever desires. So it's not a one product for everybody, but we have options here. Don't you guys enjoy options? So is it necessary to take a multivitamin if you're drinking Verve? No, because in all of the Verve, the original Vima formula shot is blended in it all. So technically, you're not just drinking an energy drink, but you're actually getting your multivitamins in your energy drink as well. Pretty weird, huh? I think I was talking to Ian last night. He was using this word, dank. You guys heard of dank? I was like, what is that? I never heard of dank. But I guess it's like a word that means cool, or what does dank mean? Really good? So is this pretty dank or what? So is caffeine bad for me? Anyone ever thought too much caffeine was not good for you? No? I thought so, but some people are sensitive to caffeine, but in moderate doses it may benefit people interested in vitality, performance, or alertness. And pretty much the whole world suffers from lack of caffeine Monday morning, right? So you have the opportunity, guys. Sunday night, call up all your friends, be like, hey, you going to work tomorrow? You want a good boost? I got some for you. There you go, making money on Monday while everyone's stressed out. I don't know if you guys know this, but our Mojo is actually made of coconut cream versus a lot of coffee beverage out there that use dairy creams, right? So why do we use coconut cream? It's actually thicker and richer compared to coconut milk. It's a non-dairy alternative to milk. Coconut cream is actually packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. So when I read that, I was like, wow, they make it sound so sexy. I just thought coconut cream was just coconut cream, but there's a lot of benefits. There's a reason why we do what we do, which is why I love the company, which is why I love BK, and all the good stuff we got. Is this exciting, you guys? Yeah. Now you're more like, wow, we got some good ammo here, right? So, what is the body transformation? I know for quite some time we've just been promoting Verb because it's the easiest to give an example and share with our friends and family members. And I haven't been so confident to promote the body transformation line. But how many of us have friends and family members that need to lose weight or want to lose weight? Like everybody. Or even ourselves. So when I first got introduced, I was like, man, carb cycling, what is this? Like, will people really lose weight? I know, we have Chris and Heidi Powell backing us up, but like, I don't know, right? So when actually reading our entire product line with the body, I was like, we actually have a really, really good situation going on. So Verb Body Transformation Plan, it's actually one of its kind. It's a complete healthy weight loss solution. We have products that are geared to create results, plus a sustainable eating plan. And if you don't know, you can download the Body app, and literally you have Chris and Heidi Powell moving in with you, and they're coaching you every single day when to eat, what to eat, how to take the products. And I'm just glad I don't have to be a mini trainer or a mini doctor. It's like, download the app, try these products, it's gonna work for you. And you shed pounds. So what is carb cycle? How many of us have never heard of what carb cycling is? Everyone else has? How many of us do not understand what carb cycling is? Okay, cool. So pretty much it's a 7-day program, right? It's off of low carb and high carb days. So in your program, there's booklets and everything you're gonna get as well. But pretty much, yeah, you go through low carb days, high carb days, and you get 1 free guilt-free days. I think everyone's looking forward to the 7th day, right? Yeah. Okay. So you can read through that later. I gotta breeze through my points. Body shakes taste amazing, yes? Just know that you can also give them to your kids. Oops. Okay, Body Burn. Is there any other uses? Are there any uses for Body Burn besides weight management? The answer is yes. You can actually use it as an after workout for recovery, and it boosts your protein in your nutrition regimen. So some people might think, like, is the body line just for weight loss? No, you can actually build lean muscle as well, and pretty much you can get fit, look great, and be sexy. The cleanse. I will tell you one thing about the cleanse. You should not do more than 7 days off of your first cleanse. And if you want to do 2 cleanses in a month, you gotta wait after 7 weeks. Okay, so most you can do is 2 cleanse weeks in a month. You guys good? What else? Body rest, take it before you go to sleep, recover your body. Electrolytes. The thirst is really good to replenish yourself. It's an alternative to any hydration drinks out there. Pretty much there is a study of all of our competitors, and we checked out with the best. You guys good? Yes. So pretty much this is my piece for the products. But I knew that a lot of us took some time to come here today, and I worked on something really, really special for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. You guys ready? Yeah. I was actually inspired watching a video last week. It was actually posted on BK's page. How many of us saw this short video of someone speaking at a graduation, and he did the ABCs to life? A few of us? Wasn't that amazing? So I was like, you know what? That's awesome. I want to do something like that. So I wrote something for you guys. I'm not a poet. I'm not a rapper either. But this is my first attempt for you guys. So I figured... So, are you guys ready to hear me spit some rhymes? Yeah! You ever seen an Asian chick on stage spitting rhymes, right? So, I'm going to do great if you guys give me some noise. Alright, congratulations on taking control of your life and health. It's our time and opportunity to share and educate others on our unique situation. Thus, here are my ABCs as to why I love Vima. Let A be the organic aloe vera that is known to support digestion and immune function with tons of antioxidant benefits. I'm glad the B in our bioavailable formula is easy to take and easy for the body to use. Liquids are always better than caplets and tablets. Leave the C to Chris and Heidi Powell. We have the best carb cycling, result-oriented program. Don't know what the D and DHA means? It's an omega-3 fatty acid known to support brain and eye health. Our E and energy comes from a coffee bean, which is a natural caffeine source. Of course, F for FDA-inspected facilities is where our products are physician-formulated, clinically studied, independently tested, and manufactured. The OG of green drinks. Green tea has healing abilities. Ours is organic, decaffeinated with antioxidant protection. Many of us need to age, hydrate our body more with the body thirst. We need the electrolytes used to replenish those lost during physical activity. I just figured that I, inositol, is a B vitamin that helps with cellular communication found in bird. When you just get the haters, just Jay, justify your claims with their clinical studies. Did I mention we don't have one but four? Have you heard of Brunswick Laboratories in Massachusetts? Woo! Is this too much for you all? Don't worry, you don't need to pay, know it all. Go to your back office, news and resources, and there are tons of downloads you can download there. So, did you know that L-lutein enhances mental alertness and focus? Man, and for the 65 minerals in our formula, we have the major, the trace, and the ultra trace ionic life-giving nutrients, non-man-made, but are carefully extracted from plant vegetation. Yes, you read right. N for no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no high fructose corn syrup, non-GMO. Oh, orange you glad our sweetness is mainly organic cane sugar. P for the proprietary blend of whey protein concentrate, organic pea protein, and organic whole grain rice protein that works to support your appetite and protects against muscle loss. Who's a Q queen in here? Study says mangosteen is the queen of fruits. We're all busy, that's why the R, RTD, ready to drink, is the way to go. S for our plant source silica, which is known to maintain healthy hair, skin, and nails. Did you know that tea is the most popular beverage in the world and consumed by 2/3 of the population? We have the U Ultra Premium Nutritional Beverage Renew. It's perfect for all ages. We grew up here, and don't forget to take your V. Vitamins! We have 12 full spectrum of vitamins. W for we will be the house of brand for wellness. X, xanthos are the most popular studied group of compounds found in mangosteen. Of course, a big part of why we're here is why Dr. Yibing Wen, Vima's Chief Scientific Officer. Thank you for assuring that we have the highest levels of nutrients in our Vima formula. Save the best for last, Z. Z's you'll be feeling in a good night's sleep after taking your body rest. The tart, cherry, and valerian helps with sleep and relaxation. Hopefully those are enough reasons as to why you should be excited to promote our Vita product line. And please help me welcome up Shio Patel.
We are strapped for time, so I'm going to jump right into this next person. I think you guys all saw some of these CDs in the back. His name's Chris Widener, okay? This gentleman has been a friend for the last 6 or 7 years. When Facebook first got created, somehow we became friends and we chatted. And when I was making the decision to get started at Vima, he was one of the people that I consulted with and spoke to for a little bit. And he was going on a trip to Italy, so I was like, hey, catch you later when you get back, let us know. We were going to have him come up for an event, couldn't make it. And we were going to do this launch event. We reached out once again. We ended up talking. Chris Widener, to give you guys an idea of who I'm about to bring up for you guys. And he was able to Skype in today. And a lot of times when people I've heard of, like, you have no idea, you got to reach out, you got to listen to him, go get the information, because he actually learned from the godfather of network marketing himself, Mr. Jim Rohn. You guys all know Jim Rohn? Yeah. He's a legend in this industry, a legend in our world. He was someone that I virtually mentored my entire career from. I mean, he was like my best friend. My car was like a mobile library. All I did was listen to Jim Rohn. And Chris Widener is kind of like a modern day Jim Rohn. the last book Jim Rohn wrote was co-authored by Chris Weidner. He has spoken to some of the finest organizations in America, Cisco Systems, Microsoft, Harvard School of Business. He's written over 400 articles, done over 30 audios. So check out his site when you guys get a chance after this, Widener Leadership. He chose to come on. Actually, it's funny, about a month ago, his son just got started in Vima, believe it or not. So we were like, guys, wish I spoke to you about a month ago. But without further ado, we're really excited. He's got a very short amount of time, but we have him Skype in. Please, please, please show him a lot of respect, a lot of love, everybody. Chris Weidner.
Thank you very much. Hey, it's awesome to be with you. Hey, Sheila, what's up? Hey, it's awesome to be with you. To tell you a little bit of that story about what Sheila just told you, I gave my first speech to Vima about 4 or 5 months ago. This is my second time I've ever spoken for Vima, and I was in Missoula, Montana. And the good old boys in Missoula, Montana are killing it. I'm telling you, they had their Vima trucks with camouflage all over it. But they had about 250 people in this room, and it was the first time I'd ever spoken for Vima. But of course, I'm very aware of BK and the great work that you guys have been doing. But I came home from that, and my son has always been thinking about, getting into network marketing and stuff like that. And I said, Christopher, I just got through this event with these guys out in Montana with Vima, and I got to tell you, they really have some great stuff going on, especially for young people. I know you guys call it the Young People's Revolution, and it's just super exciting. He got in, and he's been in it for a couple of months now, and so he's super excited. And so I have a little bit of a vested interest in seeing Vima succeed even more, which is why when Sheila asked me if I'd be willing to show up and spend some time with you, I wanted to be able to do that today, and I'm excited to be able to be there with you virtually. Isn't technology amazing? Sheila mentioned that I was able to spend some time with Jim Rohn. I spent the last 7 years of his life with him, traveling. I did events with him. I hosted the Jim Rohn Weekend Leadership events. I co-wrote his last book, 12 Pillars. And then I did his last video interview. In fact, in the last 7 years of his life, other than Kyle Wilson, who was the president of Jim Rohn International, nobody had as much access and ability to learn from Jim as I did, which was a great, great privilege that I had the opportunity to experience. So I want to share with you for the next 20 minutes something that Jim not only taught me, but has taught millions of people, and it's particularly pertinent to network marketing. Now, I'm not in a network marketing business, but I speak to all sorts of network marketing companies, and I think it's imperative for you to understand what I'm going to teach you from Jim, but not only be able to understand it, but be able to articulate it to other people, because what I'm going to teach you is a great way of explaining your business to other people when you're recruiting people. So one of the things, one of the great quotes of Jim's of all time, and he's got so many quotes, but one of his great ones is, profits are better than wages. Very, very simple. Profits are better than wages. And so in America, there are two economic systems. There's the wage system and there's the profit system. And that's what I want to talk about, is the difference between the wage system and the profit system, and why one enables you to be successful and the other doesn't. So when you're talking to people and you're recruiting people, you should always ask them this question: would you like to be financially independent? And of course, what's everybody going to say? Yes. Yes. Nobody's going to say, well, I'd like to be broke and downtrodden and have to borrow money from people all the time. No, everybody wants to be financially independent. You can ask them another question. Would you like to have financial abundance? Not only so you can provide for yourself, but you can provide for other people and organizations that you believe in. What do you suppose everybody's going to say? Absolutely, right? So you set it up by asking them, would you like to achieve financial independence? And of course, everybody says yes. Now you have them right. There are two economic systems in America: the wage system, the profit system. The wage system is what 90% of people in America are in. And unfortunately, for them, the wage system never leads to wealth and abundance. So you get them to admit that yes, they want wealth and abundance, but then you have to point to them, if they're on the wage system or the wage economic system, they're never going to be able to achieve financial independence. So the wage system is simply this. The wage system is trading time for money. That is, if you show up and do this job, I'll give you $10 an hour. Or if you show up and do this job, I'll pay you $30 an hour or $40 an hour. Whatever the hourly wage is, it's a wage system. You're trading your time for their money. And the jobs vary, and you get various payment in regard to that hour, but they're essentially paying you for an hour. Now, as I looked at it, there are about 10,000 people in America who can get wealthy in the wage system. That is trading a certain period of time for a certain amount of money. Here's who they are. The first would be professional athletes, right? So I'll play one season and you'll pay me $9 million. Or I'll play for 6 months and you'll pay me $3 million. Or I'll play one tournament and you'll pay me $200,000. It's a wage system. It's still trading time for money. But when you add in all of the professional athletes, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, you're talking about 2,500 people in America out of 330 million people. Fractional. In fact, statistically insignificant. The second group of people who can get rich trading time for money are entertainers. For example, a buddy of mine is a big Hollywood producer. He does The Expendables. He does The Mechanic, all the Jason Statham movies. Statham, for example, makes $5 million for a movie. They're in Thailand right now shooting Mechanic 2. And he makes $5 million for that movie. So he shows up. He works for 2 or 3 months. He makes $5 million. It's wage system, but it's extraordinary wage system. But if you add up all of the professional actors, actresses, movie stars, television people, a famous television star, if you'll do 22 episodes, we'll pay you $2 million. That's trading time for money. But if you add up all of the rock stars, all of the movie stars, all the television stars, you're talking about maybe another 2,500 people. So you're at 5,000 people out of 330 million people. The last group would be what I would call the C-level executives in the Fortune 5,000, Fortune 500. Let's say there's 4 of them in each company. You multiply by 500, that's 2,000 senior executives who might make $450,000 to $2 million a year in salary. Work for a year, get X amount of money. Again, you add up all of these people and then throw in some people I've never even thought of. You're at about 10,000 people out of 330 million people, right? So what you can say is if you can sing like a rock star, or act better than most of the people in the world, or write a best-selling book, or if you can throw a touchdown to somebody who's running a 4.40, or if you can dunk a basketball over the top of a 7-footer, then yes, you can get rich in the wage system. But if you are not never go to system, because there are no jobs that pay that much money. So you might ask yourself, well, wait a minute, here's a discrepancy. You've got all these people that want to be rich, and we live in America where anybody can do what they want, but most people are in a wage system, a road that leads to no wealth at all. Why is that? Here's why it is. Because the wage system provides little risk. There's virtually no risk that if you get a regular job, if you go to high school, go to college, get a degree, and get a job, you're going to have a nice life. You'll probably be able to buy a house. You probably won't buy a super expensive one. You'll be able to drive a car, but it won't be a brand new car. It'll probably be an older car. You might run up your credit card. You won't get into real trouble, but, you'll have an average computer. There's virtually no risk. That's why most people stay in the wage system, because they like the reward, but they're unwilling to take the risk. So let's talk about the people who become wealthy, who achieve abundance. The people who become wealthy and achieve abundance are the people who get into the profit system, people who work for profits. These are people who own their own business. You guys own your own business. And the traditional way of building wealth in America is by owning your own business. Now, let's think about why so few people go into business or go into the profit business. The reason why is because, yes, you have extraordinary reward, you have great reward, but you also have great risk. In the wage system, you have very little reward, even though you want it, but you have low risk. Most people stay in the wage system. But if you want to achieve great reward, traditionally you have to take great risk. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to open up a restaurant, and you want to open up a franchise. If I was going to open up a restaurant, I would probably do a franchise because it's turnkey. You've already got the name, you've got the branding, you've got all that stuff really turnkey. But let's take Subway Sandwich Shop, for example. You're going to open up a Subway Sandwich Shop. You're going to pay $500,000 just for the franchise fee. McDonald's, which is a license to print money, is $1 million franchise fee. Now, you'll make a lot of money, but the reality is that most people don't have $500,000 or $1 million to be able to even afford the franchise fee, let alone putting a personal guarantee on the property that your restaurant's going to be in, hiring all the people, getting all the ovens, buying the tables, doing the accounting. They don't have the money. So it's high reward, but it's a super high risk as well. I have a buddy of mine, he owned an IHOP. You guys have IHOP out there, International House of Pancakes? Yeah. He owns an IHOP, and he paid $1 million for it, and it throws him off cash profit of $250,000 a year. But the reality is most people in America don't have $1 million to front the money. So most people are stuck in the wage system. So it's kind of like, okay, so is there a better way? The reality is there is a better way. The downside to a traditional profit system, and that's what I would call a business like a restaurant or a bookstore or any traditional business, a hair salon, the downside is it's based in time and space. In order for you to make money, you still have to go to that address, you still have to open the doors, people still have to come to that place, and you're still trading time for money to a certain degree because you're open for 8 or 10 hours a day, but you're bound by the amount of people who come to that business, and you're only making money if people are making transactions with you. There's a better way. The better way is a leveraged profit system. So the traditional profit system is great, but it has a high reward but high risk, all the money to get into it. But a leveraged profit system is something where you do it once, but you get paid on it for a long time. There are a couple of examples that I'll give you. Now, this is great potential reward, and it's less risk, but it still has a high barrier of entry. Here's what it is. For example, I make a lot of my money on residual income. I make my money on books that I wrote, books like 12 Pillars, Art of Influence, Leadership Rules, Angel Inside. I write them once, and I get paid on them forever. Jim Rohn and I did the Jim Rohn one-year program. We did it 10 years ago. I still get royalties every single month from the Jim Rohn one-year program, even though I haven't typed one single letter on that in 10 years. So it's a leveraged profit system. I leverage it. It's not bound by time and space anymore. So if you can write a best-selling book, or if you can write songs, there's people they make a killing in Nashville and LA and New York. They write songs for famous singers. Never heard these people's names. They're making millions of dollars a year because they write a clever song and then some famous person sings it, and then they make all this money. They're leveraging their talent to do something once and getting paid for it for a long period of time. Another very traditional leveraged profit system would be something like real estate. You buy a duplex or a fourplex, or you buy an apartment complex, right? And you let's say you buy an apartment complex and it has 50 apartments in it. And each apartment pays you $1,000 a month. So you get $50,000 a month in rent. If your cost is $25,000 a month for the mortgage and the upkeep, what do you profit? You profit $25,000 a month. You buy it once, but you make ongoing money. You've leveraged and you've captured this money. So think about it, and you're smart folks. You can already tell what the downside is to the most traditional leveraged profit systems, and that's what? Barrier of entry, right? Unless you can write a best-selling book, or unless you can write a hit song, or a hit television, or a hit movie show, or unless you have $1 million, or $2 million, or $5 million to buy an apartment complex, it's very difficult to get into leveraged profit systems as well. So again, you might be thinking, Chris, this is depressing. How am I ever going to get into the money? Well, now you've got us right. We've got each other right where we want to be. Is there a better way? Absolutely. There is a better way. Is there a way to get high potential reward, but with low risk, low barrier of entry? And the reality is, you're sitting there. Vemma, network marketing, it's perfect. In fact, I call it the invisible profit system. Here's why I call it the invisible profit system. How many of you are actually creating the Vemma product? Any of you down there stirring it up and mixing it all together? No. BK and his team take care of that. How many of you are writing all of the promotional materials? Any of you sit down in the last week and write the flyers for Vemma? No. BK and his team are taking care of that. How many of you write the checks out every week for the people in your downline? No. BK and his team take care of that. Your business is essentially invisible. You have amazing profit potential. I mean, even people in Vemma who are making, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month and more. And it's not just because they got lucky. I see it as I speak all across the network marketing industry. I see people who've gotten into this leveraged profit system, and it's all they have to do is tell other people about it. So when you meet somebody who says, yes, I want to be wealthy, say, well, do you have $1 million to buy an apartment complex? No. Do you have $1 million to buy an IHOP? No. Well, do you have 39 or 59 or 79 or 129 or whatever it costs you to get into Vemma? What's their answer going to be? Yes. They have the ability to get into a leveraged profit system. Now, some of them are going to say, well, Chris, I just don't know about this network marketing thing. Here's what you tell them. You're already in network marketing. You just don't get paid for it. The reality is that everybody markets products and services to their network marketing, all the time. You go and see a movie, and then you're at some dinner party, and what do you say? You say, hey, have you seen this movie? And everybody says, no, I haven't seen it. You say, it's amazing. You've got to go and see it. What do? They go out and see it. You go to a great restaurant, and then you're sitting around your living room with a bunch of friends, and you say, hey, have you tried this new restaurant? They say, no, I heard about it. You say, oh, food is amazing. And they go and eat there. But the movie theater doesn't send you money. The restaurant doesn't send you money, even though you marketed to your network. The invisible profit system, the power of network marketing is amazing. And and I'm preaching to the choir here a little bit, but the reason I wanted to share this with you is so that you can really fully develop this idea in your mind, not just so that you get it and you believe it, but so that you can articulate it, walking people through this pattern of wage system and how it doesn't lead to wealth, traditional profit system, leveraged profit system, invisible profit system, which is network marketing. The last thing I want to share with you about profits being better than wages. A lot of people will say to you, I'm just not in sales. In fact, you might even be in the room today and you're like, I don't know, I'm just not a salesperson. One of the things I've realized about a lot of the very successful people that I've seen and worked with in network marketing is that they're not salesy people at all. In fact, my son in his traditional career, he started at the age of 21, got into retail sales, and by the time he was 21, 22, he was making $85,000 a year. And he's not a sales guy, the kind of guy that walks in and says, hey, what's it going to take to get you into a car today? He's not that kind of guy, right? That real salesy, over-the-top kind of guy like we traditionally think of. He's a guy who's much more laid back, but he's really good at sales, but he's not what you think a traditional salesperson is like. And in fact, most people aren't. Most people are not like a used car salesman, which we sort of picture them in. The success in network marketing is not so much based on sales, although you need to learn how to sell, and I think you should learn to sell, learn to promote, learn to make presentations, learn from the folks who are already successful in Vemma, follow the proven systems, don't try and reinvent the wheel. But the people who get successful in network marketing are even better than sales, they're better at leadership. So as you're developing your network marketing business, yes, if you got 50 customers or 100 customers, you'd make a lot of money, you'd make good money, you'd create for yourself a great residual income as they buy it every month. But when you learn to lead people, when you learn to lead 10 people and teach those 10 people how to lead 10 people, and you build a culture not just of sales, but a culture of leadership, that's when you get into the millions of dollars of income over the years. When I look at the great people that I know, the event that I was at in Montana, Dan Sarver was there. You know, Dan, one of the great leaders in VEMA. And I looked at him and I saw him over the course of that weekend. He's a great leader. As I've gotten to see BK, he's a great leader. As I've gotten to see people like the Alcazans and people who succeed in network marketing, not just in VEMA, they're great leaders. So as you study network marketing, certainly study your industry. Certainly study your business. Certainly study VEMA. Certainly study sales. Certainly study economics. But above all else, study leadership. Because if you can become a great leader of people and help them become great leaders of people, you're going to be able to become a network marketing millionaire. Sheil told me that he would be happy to have me let you know as we close about a product offering that I have available to help you become a great leader. It's called the Chris Widener Transformational Leadership Academy. I've got Jim Rohn in it, Brian Tracy, all sorts of great speakers. It's a 3-month program, 35 short videos, like 5 to 7 minutes. They're not big, long videos. You can watch them in snippets. If you go to WidenerLeadership.com/my initial CW, so it's WidenerLeadership.com/CW, it'll tell you the whole program. It'll give you a special pricing. I would love to have you join me in a leadership development program online. Do it at your own pace. It's 3 months long. But folks, the reason I did it is because I see the kind of economic freedom that people have gained through network marketing by becoming great leaders of people. All of the network marketing millionaires have been great leaders of people. You folks, I already know something about you. You're there on a Saturday, you've given up the time away from your family and your kids, and you want to become a great entrepreneur, so I applaud you for that. You're taking the first steps in developing your economic freedom and your financial freedom, and freedom not only financial but time-wise for your families and for generations to come. It's been a great privilege to be able to talk to you. Join me at WidenerLeadership.com/CW. Find me on Twitter at Chris Widener. Find me on Facebook, which is Facebook.com/Chris Widener Speaker. I love you folks. I'm proud of VEMA. I love the fact that my son is part of your company. He's going to be at the event next week, and he's excited to be there for his first event. VEMA folks, I applaud you. You're great folks. Thanks, Will. I'll talk to you later.
Anyways, mix this up. All right. You guys enjoy that? Yeah. You guys know who that is, right? Yeah. Chris Widener's he's big time. I've been studying and reading and learning from him for the last 8 years, and so if you want to learn more about just his program, we actually have his CDs in the back if you like just his stuff and what he does, and he's amazing. So let's continue. So let's bring someone up. You guys want to meet my next guy? Yes, sir. So, well, actually, before I bring them up, just real quickly, just to touch up on what Chris was talking about, it's network marketing will teach you how to become an incredible leader for people. Because in our industry, Jim Rohn says it so well, it's a 2-part business. It's teaching people how the business works, but most importantly, is teaching people how life works. You become a life teacher, you become a life coach. And you can say whatever you want to say about how to live your life, but you're going to truly teach people by what you do, right? Your example. And I always tell people, how do you get your people to do that? How do you get your organization to do this? And I'll tell you, it's just by you doing it. Who wants a hardworking team? Guess what you got to do? Who wants a team that recruits tons of people? What do you got to do? Who likes a team that's organized and on their game? What do you got to do? And so it's really a no-brainer. Just be the example that you want to be. And don't expect that, just because you did it for a week, everyone's going to start doing it. Just do it. And lead by example. And set the example. And watch how your business will just start beautifully growing. That sound good? Yeah. Cool. And it fits so well to bring up our next person. And, I have a lot of appreciation, respect for him because he's just such a lovable guy. And I went out to the VLA, the Verbal Leadership Academy. Was anyone there in Miami? Yeah. You guys? And I saw about, I don't know how many speakers were at that event, over 20 speakers. He was my favorite speaker. And I'll tell you why he was my favorite speaker is because he was the most genuine one. I love this. I love my team. I love my business. And you can just tell that he loves it, And a lot of times people in our industry, they have a lot of complaints because I didn't get this support, I didn't get that support, I didn't get the input underneath me, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. He doesn't really care. He just works his butt off. And he's actually one of the only leaders, if not the only leader in the YPR that's not part of the YPR, right? And he's not part of that organization. He didn't care. You guys just made it happen with him. And I'm really excited because we can learn a lot from his enthusiasm, from his excitement, from his energy, from what he does. And he's just going to light a fire in everything that we do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, your presidential Ian Lenhart.
That's old school. That's awesome. Alright, so I don't know where you guys, everyone comes from a different area, everyone's different age, different ethnicity, but there's one thing that we can all agree on is that today's been an unbelievable experience. And right off the bat, I want to find out if you guys are feeling good. If you're feeling good, can I get a yay? Yeah! That was pretty good, but that was kind of shitty. If you're feeling good, can I get a yay? Yeah! If you're feeling real good, can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! So guys, we always say this thing called, you might have heard it, we out. What does that even mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? This kid's running around saying he's out here. What does that mean? When we say this, we don't say it from a line of just goofing off, wilding out, whatever you want to call it. It refers to a quote by Jason Campbell saying, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasures that you seek." It's talking about stepping outside your comfort zone. Doing something different. The only place you don't grow is in your comfort zone. Right. A lot of you guys coming here for the first day, it was like leaving your comfort zone. People get into such a rhythm every Monday through Friday, Saturday, and they just get stuck. And I love network marketing because, tomorrow we could be in New Jersey. In a week we'll be in San Diego. 3 days we'll be in Virginia. In a month, we're going to have over 2,000 people in a room. That's insane. So real quickly, if you've ever found yourself in a position where you think you're out here, can I have you stand up real quick? Aaron, stand up like you mean it. Be out here. And repeat after me, New England. Be out here. Be out here. 2014. 2014. Be out here. Be out here. East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. Be out here. Be out here. So bust out. Let's get it going. I love that slide if you guys did it with my speech conference. If not, we're not going to know. But, so who am I? My name's Ian Lenhart. I'm no better. I'm no better, smarter, cooler than anyone out here. That's a fact. It's literally, there's nothing different than me and you. When I came to these events, I looked up the guy sitting on stage, and it pissed me off that I wasn't up there. So for you guys that are sitting there, and you're just been like, this one kid over there is dead asleep. I'm just looking at him like, how do you sleep during that interview? Like that's Jim Rohn's buddy. What? But it's just like you have this urge to be something different, be something creative, be something awesome. So I went to school at University of New Hampshire, UNH. You all went to UNH Wildcats with my buddy Pat Murray over here. I was a full-time student. Before that, I played lacrosse, hockey, soccer. Thought I was going to be a professional lacrosse player that made no money, so I said no. Went to UNH because if I didn't go to college, I'm an idiot and I gotta do something in my life. So I went to UNH, killed it, was in economics, student justice studies, dual major, minor in forensics, worked my tail off. And I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a bad grade on an exam, but when you're spending $20,000 to $30,000 a year on that exam, you get pretty stressed out if you get a bad grade on it. So, I worked hard, got a 3.6 GPA, killed it, worked my butt off. But I was event coordinator for my fraternity at the same time. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was just drinking, partying, having a wild time. I don't regret it, it was awesome. But I found myself stuck in this continuum of go to class, get out, and do what everyone else was doing. Partying, not growing. Listening to people that didn't have what I wanted. I was in this invisible land called, college. And I'm not stressing on college. I'll fast forward to what I'm doing later, but I just found myself not surrounded with the right people. I just wasn't with the right people. Me and Pat knows, our executive leader, Pat Murray, my running mate as well. I wasn't with the right people that could surround myself and make me a better person. So when I heard about network marketing, I was power washing houses, making $11 an hour, loving it. I crushed sunflower seeds. It was an easy job. I just did this for It's not hard. And this kid hits me up about this thing saying, like Lisa said. First of all, Lisa had me at OG during that laugh. She said, I have something to be dank at. That's what I heard. I thought I was selling weed or something. I was like, I'll listen. Later that night, I'm playing a game called StarCraft on my computer. Not the coolest kid. It's a great game. And I hop on this call, and this guy, I watch this video, I jump on this call with this guy, Ryan Holderman. I was like, dude, you got 5 minutes, I have no shirt on. I'm like, oh, and I was on there for an hour. I was so excited, like you guys in the room. I went downstairs and took my dad's credit card while he was sleeping and put a 2-pack on it. I woke up the next morning, like I just did the worst thing in my life. Anyone have instant regret after they got into the Beamer business? I was like, oh, what did Dad, I'm an idiot, I'm sorry, I just got scammed. He's like, you return it. I'm like, all right. And then I look online, Phoenix Suns, Dr. Oz. I actually find out it's real. And I got excited. So I looked at the system, I looked at the genealogy. And I got so excited the day someone else put someone, I enrolled into my genealogy. So I've never had anyone put under me. It's all enrolled tree. But we started off in my hometown. I didn't know what I was doing. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person or bad mark. I didn't know what I was doing. So I got 80 to 90, 60, 70 to 80 to 90 people doing this in my hometown. I'd bring a bottle of Citron vodka and a bunch of verb, and I'd mix them and say, hey guys, great chaser. I got 80 people doing it. My first event was a total fail, and 7 out of 9 kids signed up. I was like, yeah. But I didn't duplicate, I didn't train, I didn't even know what my uplines were. I didn't know what was going on. So out of those 80, 90 people, only one stuck with it. I was like, sucked. I was like, shit. I thought I made it. And then I went through the hardest part of my business, finding out that I wasn't in Del Kazan and Alex Morin's business. I'm looking at all these videos, and these guys having huge success, and I'm like, reaching out to them, no one's calling me up, no one's helping me, no one's training me. So I went through this denial phase where I just blamed everyone else. So I was like, oh, it's my upline's fault I'm not making money. Or it's this guy's fault, or I need more support. If this kid had a car, I'd make more money. Pat remembers. And I just remember just saying, making a decision to change that. And we went to University of New Hampshire, took what I learned, used the system, Skyped in and up by my ambassador leader, Richard Bischoff. First of all, if you guys haven't met Richard Bischoff, especially for all you guys that are new here, he's one of the best leaders in NEMA. He's one of the most genuine people. Two kids, one on the way, the sexiest Stingray Corvette of all time. But I Skyped him in, and in 6 days, we had an event at 5:30 and 7 every single day. And in 6 days, we turned 6 people into 136. And I couldn't speak in front of people. I wanted to be a lawyer because I thought that's what you got to do to make money. That's why I wanted to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be a lawyer. My dad's like, you're good at arguing. I'll be a lawyer. But 136 people, I started getting nervous, man. I'm speaking in front of there, all of a sudden there's like these cute sorority girls in there. I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I can speak about bourbon in front of these girls. I just got nervous. So what I do, first of all, I hit Star Platinum in 99 days, skipped Platinum, hit Star Platinum, I felt like the Wolf of Wall Street, like my boy Shield over there. And it just changed my thinking. I stopped doing Bima again. Took like another break. I thought I made it again. So my business dropped down. So these were just speed bumps in the road. And it fueled me, man. I became addicted to it. I'm addicted to it. I love it. I'm about it. So it's like, I remember we had a party at PBG was our fraternity, and I'm the event coordinator, so I have to coordinate the party. So people are banging on my door, like throwing beer bottles at my door to get me out to run the freaking party, and I'm sitting there with a sign saying, "Don't disturb me." I got 3 Ulu set up, and I'm just talking to all these people all over the world, blah, 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 Bima, Bima, Bima. And because I did that, it talks about this thing called hope is not a strategy is what I'm going to talk about. Luck is real. You can get lucky. But isn't it funny that the people that work their asses off get the luckiest? I was lucky when Eric Canastrossi got into my business. Of course. Hold the class. I was lucky when Zach Hodder, Kevin Cosgrove entered my business. When Lee Cliff, Jeremy Cliff, I was lucky. Jamie Lozier, I was totally lucky. But at the same time, every time they call, I pick up. I got it. So in 13 months in this business as a full-time college student, I was busy, economics, office assistant, justice studies department, event coordinator, student advisor for a bunch of different things. My resume looked good. I hit a 6-figure income with Bima, and felt good. But then I decided to take a semester off from school, and I've traveled the world. I've gone to 25 different states in the last 6 to 12 months, met unbelievable people, love what I do, but my business wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be because I had too much time. So, I made a decision next semester, I'm actually going to finish my degree, going full-time. I have 7 more classes. So that's not the cool story. The point is, this is a part-time business. And my topic for today is, hope is not a strategy. It's not. See, my dad has like a militant personality. He's in sales. He works his ass off Monday through Saturday, goes in on Sundays. He's there at 6 a.m., gets home at 6 p.m. He's a slave to a paycheck. One of my best friends, though, with it. And he always says to me, hope is not a strategy. What are you going to do? You're going to hope you're going to hit the next rank? You're going to hope you're going to get that pretty date? Are you going to hope the dog gets fed? Are you going to hope you shower? Are you going to hope you get the right minerals and vitamins in your body? What are you doing? Hope. I hope. I hope. We've been wishing our whole freaking lives. I wish my bank account just spooted $10,000. I don't know what spooted means. I wish this. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope she likes me. I hope I make a move. Hope is such BS. It's not a strategy. Today, you guys have learned a strategy to get you to where you want to be. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Yes or yes? You guys want to list? Yeah. Yeah. You guys have learned a strategy to get you there. You've learned from Chris Wagner. I mean, guys, a lot of you guys didn't understand who this man is. Chill came over like a 4-year-old that just found his binky, how excited he was. He's like, that's my guy. And he was like losing it. He was the most excited out of all of you. Because he studies successful people, so hope is not a strategy. When we talk about this thing being enthusiastic about your strategy, what does that mean? What's your plan? What is your plan? Here's my plan. I'm 22 years old. I turned 22 a week and a half ago. I don't know where it's going to happen in 3 to 5 to 10 years. I don't know if I'm going to be working on Wall Street, if I'm going to be doing this, owning IHOPs or whatever. I can't look that far. I'm the worst ADD ever. But I do know one thing. This environment I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. The reason is because you don't find this anywhere. You don't find BK. I would have joined any network marketing company. I love the business model. The fact that you guys are right that we joined this company, we're blessed. But what's your strategy? My brother, great story. Here's the reality. He spent 4 years of college, got his bachelor's degree. He's 22 years old, applied for med school for 4 years.
For 4 years, he just got in. He's 25. So he's going to Des Moines University in Illinois. His dream, right? He's $130K in debt, and he just got in. My homie, my brother. And he starts kind of talking to me. He's like kind of having self-doubt. It's like, well, now I got in, but I have 7 more years to go. 7 freaking years. You're going to be doing crazy things in 7 years. But my dad looks at him. He goes, look, you're 25 years old. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 32 years old. Are you going to be Dr. Lenhart at 32? Or are you just going to be Devin Lenhart? Think about that. 5 years is going to go by whether you like it or not. College, zip by. Your kids are going to get big. But where are you going to be in 5 years? What's your plan? What's your strategy? The thing I love about this, the reason why I think everyone should do network marketing is we give you a strategy. A certified plan for success.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so amazing we need to share this with people. Think about the people in the room. If you didn't tell them about this, they'd be pissed at you. So I'm going to do BEMA part-time the rest of my life. I love it. I get so excited over this. But you have to understand, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You move at a different rate. Everyone's different. Everyone dances different. Everyone eats different food. I grew up on French bread pizza and Eggos. I ate, luck is not, don't bang on. I ate Lucky Charms my whole life just to find out they're terrible for me. But it's really I gotta hurry up, I get to this thing on negativity. This is one of my favorite things. Favorite things. Freeing yourself from negativity. Think about this. I lost like 50 to 100 pounds 2 years ago. Mental pounds, not like real. Mental. I always look this good. When I decided to stop letting other people's shit weigh me down, other people's problems, other people barking in my ears and crowing at me and saying mean things to me, caring what people did on social media, caring about people that didn't care about me, I felt great. So of course I grew up in BEMA. I had all the time in the world now. I no longer cared what people thought about me. Right now you guys care about what people think about you in this room. Why? I used to be so scared to speak in public. Now I won't shut up. But it's amazing, man. Freeing yourself from negativity. If you can walk out of here today, and I'm not here to be like this crazy public speaker, motivational, look at Ian Lenhart, whatever. I'm here to literally try to impact you. You guys ever go to a movie and the movie, you hope the movie sucks? No. I'm trying to deliver a good movie for you. But I want you to change your freaking life after this. Do something different. Step outside your comfort zone. Explore the world. Travel. Go to New Jersey for that person on that team that you think is going to be really good. Do it. Go spend time with the family you don't know. I now have wealth, not in the form of money. Don't you get that? I have wealth because half the people in this room are some of my best friends. I can crash in over 48 states in the United States. I have a house to crash on, or a couch, or a floor, or something. And in like 10 countries across the world because of this company. If you lost all your money today, what would you have? Your relationships and the people. Money's awesome, but if you don't have your homies to spend it with, it's not that cool. So the last thing, the BEMA family and culture, okay? This is my favorite because you don't get this anywhere else in the world. You guys right now should feel so grateful for being here. Everyone, first of all, I want to just give a huge thank you to Sheil Patel, and hold your applause. I want to give a huge thank you to Ronald, Sheil, to Eddie. Because when these guys made this immense decision to switch over, they took our team, which is, we got a crazy team, right under their wing and said, I never realized that this guy wasn't BSing me. I truly believe that he was no joke, the man that he is out to be. The fact is that he came in here with a plan and is accepting everyone and is going to bring everyone to the top. All of you guys, get to know each other. Look to the person to the right of you and look to the person to the left of you. Because they're either going to be like 10 pounds thinner off the body line or $10,000 richer on to the next one. But the last thing I want to get on is the culture, it's the family, it's everything. Be there for your team will be there for you. If you travel the miles, they'll travel for you. If you're not the best, your team will make up for it. I call the body line Baudet till presidential. Okay? You don't gotta be the smartest, you don't gotta know every detail, but become better. School always limited me because I always said I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I'm not smart enough because I was living a teacher's manual on my life. But try to get better at the skills. Practice on your memory. Learn people's names. Become a better you. Learn Spanish. We gotta learn Spanish. If you don't know Spanish, we're screwing up. You know, let's learn Portuguese. Let's grow as a team. Let's grow as a family. Let's get Bima all over the world. Let's grow an empire. People There's one thing I've always been very passionate about, and I know that CEO's on the same thing. We're on the East Coast, baby. East Coast is pequeño compared to the West Coast in Bima. I don't know about you, but I want to squash them! Are you understanding? August 30th is our next event. We will have almost 1,000 people at that event. We are going to take over. It's going to be awesome. So if you guys think that you're going to make it, you know it. You don't hope so. Hope's not a strategy. Hope and negativity got me the same place, nowhere. If you're going to make sure that you're going to change today, then stand up real quick. Let's one last time. One last time. Let me hear East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. East Coast. We out here. We out here. We are so out here. We are so out here. All right, thank you so much. Let's go.
Mike? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna totally start saying we out here. This is bad. I'm like, no, it's coming out. Okay. So, again, Ian is the epitome of just going. A lot of people, sometimes you just gotta go and do it to really learn. I remember growing up as a kid, I didn't learn how to swim for a long time. I remember being like 12, 13 years old, all the guys were playing in the deep end, I'm like shivering. Because when you don't move in the pool, you're cold. And I didn't learn how to swim until one guy didn't know I didn't know how to swim, and he threw me in the deep end. And he threw me, I was like, oh my god, I can't swim! Oh, it's not that bad. And then I realized, sometimes you just gotta go do it, right? And so, the simplicity of our business now, using the tools, inviting for a home event, doing a home event, doing a fast start training, opening another home event, doing a fast start training, promoting the event. You just move from event to event to event to event. Your business is gonna grow. It's gonna keep growing, it's gonna keep expanding. You're gonna open up cities. I think that we opened up over 10 countries in the last 15 days, right? And it's just been through being excited, people checking out tools, we're doing it through Skype. The business is in 50 countries, it makes it really easy to expand. People say, how do you build another city when you build your local team? You build it the same way, you just build it through Skype. And then when it grows, you go, and that's it. You just do a lot of that, right guys? So they say that if you light yourself on fire, people will come from miles and miles and miles and miles away to see you burn. And what I think that we need to do on the East Coast is light that fire. And we all got to start pouring the gasoline. Anyone got some gasoline in this room? Can you guys help me start pouring into that fire? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up our ambassador. He's going to come up here and really give you guys a few key things to focus on. And, because hope is not what? It's not a strategy. And so our strategy come out of here is to pour a lot of gasoline into that fire. And no one better than to come up here and light it on fire. Shiba, tell everybody.
Can they stay there?
Oh man, we have, we're winding down to the last half an hour or so before we let you guys go. They gave me the best job in the world to go last when everybody's tired. Half the room's gone. Just kidding. Well, Eddie and I, we, first of all, including me and Ian, we want to say thank you for coming out. Give yourselves a big round of applause for taking the time to travel. I mean, there's people that flew here. There's people that drove here. I found out earlier some people voted their way here. I'm in awe, you know, and I'm happy to see that there's so many excited, passionate people, not just about Vemma, but your lives and your entrepreneurial future rests upon how much you take home. Are you guys all following so far? And a lot of times you get out of a big event, you're at a high. You're at an emotional high, you're at a peak of your enthusiasm. Then you go right back home and you are in this everyday, day-to-day drama, and you got life's problems hitting you, the bill collectors are calling, and you know, you got school and you got work and you got relationship and you got children. And how many of you guys would like to be able to bottle it all up and be able to hold on to that forever? Okay? No one can do it for you. You gotta go home, you gotta look at your notes, you gotta repeat often, every day. Most importantly, you gotta be a student. You gotta walk out of here and say, I'm gonna study this. You know, what I appreciate about Eddie and so much that I've learned from him throughout the years is that he always mastered his craft. And everything, you know, when you guys watch our video, how many of you guys have not seen the decision video? I almost want to play it like every 10 seconds. I get fired up because I hear the declarations and I see it coming to life. You know, I'm on constant calls every day. Many of you, you don't even know what's going on because you don't know what's going on in Boston, you don't know what's going on in New York, and you're away from everybody, and you got your own groups going on, but when you're up in my seat and you see everything going on, or if you're a BK seat and you see 50 countries lighting it up, can you imagine the vision you have? Pretty exciting. How many of you guys would like to keep that vision going? Right? I'm going to do my best to help you bottle that, because that bottle of enthusiasm, that bottle of excitement, that bottle of experience that you go through every event, from event to event to event, will be that little bit of edge that turns you into the $1 million earner that you guys see on stage. Don't idolize the people that you guys see on stage. Everybody gives Shield credit. The people that I've known for years, I tell you guys all the time, you guys know it's not a victory for Shield. This is a team victory.
Yeah.
Right? I was telling Ian at dinner last night, I was like, you know, what I've always believed in this industry, in this business, is that you got to support everybody, not just your team. You support your cross line. You support your upline. When they win, when the company wins, you win. Yeah. We're going to just shake it up a little bit. That's all. We're going to go and tell these guys, I don't know if there may be some of their team in the room, but I don't want to mention names, but Ian calls them the West Coast. And, awesome. Great. We like to send out love notes in the middle of our talks. And so, I'm just kidding. Everybody's like, I knew there was a pink tie up there for a reason. Not wrong with that, but where were we? Where were we from? I love to have fun. In fact, I really believe, like I said earlier, I believe in conversation over presentation. It's always the best way to really interact and learn and grow. And so we're talking about West Coast, and you know, I think you guys all know, you know, their organization. It's only got 3 letters in it. It's not that hard to know what they're about. Love them to death, but how many of you guys are down to go give them a run for their money? Right here. Anybody interested in being the top group in Vemma? I will tell you this much. Eddie and I, everything that we've ever done, everything that we've ever touched, we've always become the best at. We've always become #1, and you've got to start to study. And so when I tell you I watched him and I studied him and I learned from him, one of the things he was excellent at was becoming obsessed with greatness.
Write that down. Become obsessed with success. Right? I've heard a talk by Will Smith, and he talks about it. He goes, "You'll never outrun me. We get on a treadmill, I will die next to you running." Oh, that's crazy. I might step off. Crazy. I love that. I love crazy, and I see these guys, and I see how they climb to the top. And you know, I used to have these small little turtles. Anybody ever seen baby turtles? When you get turtles and you bring them home, they're in a little tank. They'll grow to the size of the tank. You get a bigger tank, they'll grow a little bit bigger, right? So we got a little Chinatown in Boston. And we went out there, and they illegally sell little turtles, right? That's close thing. So I brought them home, and one died, the other one I kept, and I was like, all right, you gotta grow, man. And then that's when I started learning, I gotta put them in a bigger tank. By the end of it, I kept wanting it to grow so big. I had like this huge tank in my house. But the turtle grew, and I was like, you know what? Our career has been like that. As networkers, as professionals, you got to put yourself in that scene. You're in that right now, everybody. You're in a $221 million company, competing with the big boys. BK is not trying to compete with ViSalus or Organo Gold. It's like, I'm competing with Starbucks and Red Bull. You know how I know we're going to be bigger than Red Bull? You guys want to hear about how the math and all adds up? How many of you guys would love to be just way bigger than Red Bull? It's really easy. They spent about $950 million on advertising, right? I mean, for them to do 5.8 billion cans, sorry. I look at what they're generating in volume. And right now, currently, Amway does more volume than them. Herbalife does more volume than them. So we entered the market and we were 4,000 out of 4,000 in energy drinks. Now, a couple years ago, we were probably number 6. I think we're still number 6, number 5, right behind the big ones, the Red Bull, the Monster, the Rockstar, 5 Hour Energy, I think is up there. VimaVerve's right there. But if we're right there, and we're on the verge of competing with the big guys, and one day, do you guys believe we'll be bigger than Amway and Herbalife? Yes. So it only makes sense that if we're going to be bigger than those guys, and those guys are already bigger than Red Bull and Monster, then obviously we're going to be bigger than them too. Doesn't that make a lot of sense? Everybody's always like, oh, how are we going to be bigger than Red Bull? I mean, everyone drinks Red Bull. Yeah, but Red Bull sucks. It's not good for you. I mean, I don't like to talk bad about competition, but when something's killing people, when something's unhealthy, I mean, you got to really kind of take a stand against it, right? Say, hey, no more. So, you know, that kind of gets me fired up and excited about knowing that you guys can do the same. If everybody went home and studied, read the books like Eric Worre, you know, you just got a great talk from Chris Weidman. We got some of the CDs back there. Pick them up for yourself and go home. Turn your car. Turn every chance you get where there's a CD player. Any CD players left in the world? Your computer or at home or whatever. Put it in the car so you can listen to it. What's going to end up happening for you is that you'll slowly start to embody that unconsciously. Most of your activity is controlled by that unconsciousness. You just do it by habit. Wouldn't we like to change our habits to successful habits? But you got to put yourself in that arena. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do my best effort to be able to increase the number one secret that I tell everybody when they ask me, what's your secret, Shill? What'd you do? How'd you do it? And I never really have a formula, right? I don't really have like this, wow, this is what I did. But I do have a couple key points that I think really made a big difference in my climb, in my career, in my success. And Eddie and I both share this in common because I hope every one of you, as you're sitting here, this is the one piece. When I said all you need is a couple nuggets to go home with and take away with, this is it. Are you guys ready? Yes. It's one word. Are you guys ready for this? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. You don't seem so fired out. Yes. we out here? Yeah. You know what's gonna be awesome is that there's such a diverse crowd now. You know, we got the guys screaming, "We out here." We got my Dominicans over there saying, "Ya tu sabe." Got my Asian cats somewhere eating ramen noodles somewhere. Right? Colombians eating arepas. Got some Colombians in the house. You know, this is now turning into a big international team. And when you have friends everywhere, you got people all over the place. Like I was meeting some of the guys from Martha's Vineyard. I was like, oh, I got a friend from Martha's Vineyard here. Everybody gets to team up and everybody gets to play team ball, which is really fun. But yeah, so here's the one word. Are you ready for this? Yeah. It's very natural, and I hope that you guys start to build on this, okay? And very few people understand how important this is, but you got to infuse this in everything you do. One word. Are you ready? Yeah. What do you guys think of this? It's confidence. Some people said it over here. Confidence will take you so far. It'll take you so far. You can walk into a room and smile and feel so great. But where do people lack? Why do they lack confidence? A lot of times it's some type of limiting, self-imposed belief that they've created. It's not a confidence in Vima. I think we all, at this point, we all believe in Vima. You know, that's why when I talk about, we're going to be bigger than Red Bull, everyone's like, yeah! Are you going to do it? Oh. And so, no one doubts BK. No one's doubting whether or not Vima is a great product. No one's doubting whether or not we got a great platform and a great comp plan and, you know, great social media, great app. I mean, duh, those things are obvious. It's easy to stand behind them and be confident about them. Tonight, I hope that, you know, I'll give you a quick comp plan rundown. Go through some 10 minutes of how you guys can build some confidence and start with the one thing that will fuel that, okay? Because it's not about being confident in the company, it's about being confident in you. And if you go home feeling like that, like you walk into a room, you know, some people call it mojo. You know, we got a product named Mojo. I love it. For men, you got a lot of mojo. For women, you got some mojo too. In fact, I'd like to be able to show you guys exactly what Mojo is. You guys want to hear about Mojo? Everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes, everybody. Women, put your hand on your heart. That's your Mojo right there. Keep your eyes closed. That right there, your love, your sensitivity, your compassion, your understanding, that right there is your confidence. That is your mojo. Your sexiness, when you get ready in the morning, the value you add to the men in your life, your children, your husband, your boyfriend. You are a rock. You're a source. That's your mojo, what you feel there. Now ladies, keep your eyes closed. Men, take a look at me. Ladies, keep your eyes closed. Men, your mojo is right here. Ladies, you can open your eyes. Are you guys up for increasing some of that mojo? And so here it goes, right? Number one, results. The second I started getting results, it was like an addiction. My first check, I think it was like 52 cents. So, wow, this thing works! Yes! And they just kept climbing. I mean, I'll never forget the feeling of turning those checks into big checks. And I can't even, at one point, I couldn't even imagine that the checks get that big, right? When we got started at Vima, everyone told us that, you know, maybe 15, 20, 30% max of your organization will come with you. 3,000% came with us. Our income skyrocketed. I mean, my first month in earnings, the type of volume we did, it would be equivalent to a rank nobody in our last company's ever hit, not even the top guy.
That's serious.
And so, that's not to be cocky, right? This is to be confident. To let you guys know that, your results will compound. Your results will keep getting bigger. Those checks will get bigger. Those cycles will get bigger. But you got to start with one. You got to start with something. That's all I need. I always told myself, just give me a little bite. That's it. Just give me a bone. I'm gonna run with it. I don't need a lot. It reminds me of a good friend of mine in the audience. I had a long talk. I mean, we spoke till like 5, 6 in the morning. You guys know Anthony Tarabi?
Yeah.
I've been getting to know him lately, and he's like, "Sheil, honestly, I just love what we do. Because I don't even need to get paid that much. I mean, as long as I can pay my cell phone bill, I love speaking, I love leadership, I love helping people get results. Man, you were born to do this, bro. Because if you don't care about the now results, the later results will come in floods, in abundance. Because you got to work harder than you get paid for it right now. You know why? You're building your value. You're building the value you have in the marketplace. You don't get paid on the time you put in, like you guys heard Chris Weidman. You get paid on what you're worth. Wow. Vemma doesn't pay. Seriously, I mean, I've seen so many people say that about every company, about everybody. It doesn't work, it doesn't get paid. No, Vemma pays big money. It just doesn't pay you right now. It's paying somebody. It's paying Ian Leonard. It's paying Pat Murray. Right? It's paying Eddie Pentor. Right? It's paying Ronald Santos. He's a chain. Looks like they're getting paid. Looks like they're getting checks. Ronald Santos made more money in his last month than he's ever done in his entire network marketing career. Just came in, rocked it. He's all excited talking about new cars. I'm like, do it, man. Make it happen. Show everybody what's up. I mean, how many people in New York City start with nothing and climb and do it from nothing? You should be proud of yourself, right? And so, I think those little bits of victories got to start somewhere. I'm going to start with this. If you can pull up my slide. Number 1, we got 9 ways to get paid in Vemma, right? How many of you guys feel a little bit more confident when you got more money in your bank account? Right? So, does money make me confident? Yep. Ads, it helps, right?
I agree.
It's not the only thing, but it's going to help. So number 1 is we have a customer program. I tell everybody, look, you get started in Vemma, focus on one thing first. That's getting customers. We're a customer acquisition business. If you want real residual income to last you forever, start with what you want everyone to do. How many of you guys would like your entire team to get customers? You know why getting customers are important? And I know, we're talking about, we're going to have the biggest team in the world. We are, if we build the right foundation. There's not a reason in the world why every single affiliate should not be getting their products for free. If you like paying for your products, no problem. Don't do this. I think I prefer not getting whacked for the auto delivery and just get free products. I mean, you guys would like that to happen and just get a couple cases for you every single month, right? If you can get 3 friends to get 2 cases, right? Or 6 friends to get a case. And I always start with 2. When I'm calling up my friends, my aunts, my uncles, and whoever, family, I got started at Vemma, and they got a kids line, and I mean, it's usually a favor. Like, hey, look, I got started this new business. Can you check this out? At this point in my life, it's really easy to get a customer. I'm sure if you're just starting out, maybe you might need to ask for a favor. Hey, auntie, hey, uncle, hey, look, I just started a new business. I'm running for this promotion, and I would really like it if you could try out a couple cases of this new product that I'm promoting. It's very affordable. It's better than what our competitors are offering, and it's a liquid vitamin. I mean, you just kind of get into it, keep it simple, keep it short, just ask for a favor. And guess what? When you talk about picking up a couple cases, you know what happens? Reminds me of a story of the waiter or waitress. The waitress is going around at a diner asking everybody if they want eggs with that, right? Would you like eggs? Everyone says yes or no, yeah? All of of a sudden the diner is talking about their egg sales and yelling at their waiters and waitresses. What are you guys all doing? Why are your egg sales so low? What are you guys saying to everybody? We're asking them if they want eggs or not. Same thing like us, right? We ask them, hey, do you want it? Yes, great, no, don't worry about it. Oh, this is how important words are. You change up a couple words, dramatically would change your business. They tell all their waiters and waitresses, guys, don't say that anymore. What you're gonna say from now on is instead of, do you want eggs with that, yes or no, would you like 1 egg or 2 eggs? Now all of a sudden, what do you think everybody started saying? I'll take 1, I'll take 2. Their egg sales skyrocketed. Same thing here. You need 6 people to buy a case. So if you start with 2, at least they'll get 1. You guys all with me so far? And now you're fully qualified to get every single commission or bonus in the comp plan, right? When you have 6 people getting a couple cases. Does this give your average affiliate a really good foundation? Does it give them some confidence? How many of you guys know that your team would be super stoked if they had a fully functioning, self-sufficient business that they're not even paying for? And they're getting free product. If you're getting a couple cases sent to your house, you're not even afraid to sample it. You're just like, yeah, try it, it's free. You know what you're gonna do? That's gonna be the #1 thing. You're gonna get out of here. I mean, I sat down with Anthony's group the next day. I mean, we sat down with like 10 people. The next day, he calls me up at the end of the night. He's like, hey, they all got their customers. Big round of applause for Anthony. I mean, he just because I didn't go in there and talk about anything else except let's start with getting your products for free. I mean, it's such a great product. They're going to use it anyways. I mean, Starbucks, coffee. I mean, how many of you guys know people that drink coffee and tea already anyways, right? I mean, save them some money. Make them healthy, right? You guys all with me so far? All right, great. Can we do that? Yes. Will we do that? Yes. You guys, do I need to say we out here? I need to say Yatu Sabe again. Hey, can we get all our people on 3 customers? Yes. All right. That right there will be, I promise you, a defining moment in your career. You'll watch your checks grow, and they will last a very, very long time. Customers, they're not emotional. They have no care in the world about whether or not they're getting checks to their house, or if this business is working. Someone was mean to me, my upline didn't hug and smile at me, and they don't care. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? Customers are just customers. They're not emotional like that. That's real residual income. Then you get into your home events. You start with that. What do you think is going to happen when you get into your home events and you got all your team in there? They're like, hey, how many of you guys have gotten free products? And everybody raises their hands. Isn't that an exciting feeling in the world? Nothing else will beat that feeling. Because now all your new prospects come into that room and they're like, well, that's cool. Everybody's getting their products for free. Everybody understand? Gotta sit down and take that serious. That's #1. This is all about building your confidence, okay? Literally, right? After I go through this, I'm going to talk the next, what do you do after that, okay? #2. Or #1. Quickly, I'm just going to go through it. Every time you get a customer, you're going to get a new customer bonus. You sell a pack, you make $10. 2 packs, you make $20. You get someone on an affiliate pack, you make $100. If your customer turns into an affiliate in their first 60 days, you still get the new customer bonus. A lot of people don't know that. Now you do. Right? Next. You do 3 customers in any given week. Okay? Either getting a 2-pack of products, 2 cases of products. You're going to make an additional $200 called a frenzy bonus. Okay? You do 3 affiliate packs. You're going to make a double frenzy. Every single week for the last 6 weeks that I've gotten started in Vima, I have double frenzy. Every single week. Right? And so is my mom. Every single week. Because everybody's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me tell you. Right? Can you imagine $1,400 to $2,800 a week in just frenzy bonuses? Not bad, right? How many of you guys would like to be able to do something like that? But you gotta work it. right? You get everybody in that system of new customers. Everybody's getting their new customer bonuses. Everybody's getting their frenzy bonuses and double frenzies. I know it sounds really simple. I know for many of you guys, you know the compensation plan, but I'm talking about gaining confidence from this compensation plan. That's what it was designed for. Yes. Are you guys all with me? There's no better feeling in the world than when a new affiliate gets a check in their home, knowing that this business model works. And they'll do it over and over and over again until those checks get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, next. Number 3, cycle bonus. So your residual climbs, a lot of the residual income that you'll see will be from how your organization is building. I've talked to a lot of, I'd say probably some of the most experienced networkers in the process of getting started in Vemma. One of them happens to be so influential, he's literally currently more influential than Anthony Robbins, according to Inc. magazine. But he's a network marketer, one of the crown jewels of Amway back then, okay? But he's crushed it in Monavie, helped Monavie become a $1 billion company, started his own company, huge, just very, very good guy that I've been able to learn from. He has mastered binary, a 2-team system. In fact, brought the 2-team system into Amway, even when Amway wasn't a 2-team system, right? It's hard to build a 2-team system in Amway, trust me. They're a very old school plan. But he killed it, crushed it, and he became a legend. Some of you guys may have heard of him, his name's Warren Woodward. But I read some of his books, learned a lot from him. One thing I'm going to share with you on his strategy, actually one of the diamonds that came up here earlier, you guys all saw, she got a little iPad, is it Marlene? Melanie Ryan, right? She's in the room, here she is. She talked about one of her strategies was she put 150 people on one side, and then she started building on the other side. And that's great, you know, I'm not going to tell you to do the same, I'm going to tell you at least 10 people. But if everybody does 10, I mean, 150 happens really fast because 10, 10, 10, 10, you stack one side really, really deep, and now you've got something called a power line. Once you get a power line going, it's very easy to start stacking your other side, which is your profit side. And that's what this is. A cycle bonus is when you got 360 qualified points in volume on one side, 180 on the other, the system is going to spit you a $20 check. Okay? At minimum. Sometimes 21, sometimes 25, minimum $20. Now the cool thing about this is this cycle bonus will go to infinity. As long as you got one on your left, right, personally enrolled qualifier on your left, and one on your right, you will be able to earn on that. Are you guys all following so far? And you're not paid on levels, right? I've been in a lot of different compensation plans. I know this may sound boring, but a lot of other companies, they'll cut you off on certain levels, right? You get to like the 7th level, the 8th level. You know, myself and Eddie in our last company, we were cut off big time, right? A lot of our leaders were cut off big time. Well, what if you didn't have a cap and you have the same incentive to help the guy in China on your 15,000th level as you do in your first level helping Gavin? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that changes the scope of how much support you get in a system like this. And so my first recommendation is take your first 10 contacts, put them all on one side. If everybody does that, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then you put the next 5 on the other, you're going to build one of the strongest businesses. So just know that this has been studied, time-tested. The people that turn their incomes and their business into $1 million incomes, they built a very, very strong binary system. And so this cycle bonus will be one of the most exciting things in your app to look at because that number will keep climbing. And I'll tell you, it gets fun. You start looking at that app, you start looking at that number, you know, getting higher and higher and higher, and you get excited about it. You're like, wow, this is really working. Everybody got it? Yeah. Good, next. Okay, then we got a balanced team bonus. Balanced team bonus is just simply when you got something on the left and the right, you're going to end up, if you got an equivalent amount of volume at certain ranks, bronze, you make $100. At silver, you make $200. At gold, you make $300. And so keep it balanced, you'll make those bonuses, okay? Next. Matching bonus. What if you found an Ian Lenhart? who at presidential is making about 250 cycles minimum, okay, every month, and that times 20 is X amount of cycle bonuses, and you're making a 10% of that. Right? What if you find 5 Ians? What if you find 10 Ians? Right? What if you're like Beacon, you got over hundreds and hundreds of presidentials, right? And above. So, this matching bonus gives you 10% of all of those rock stars that you're sponsoring of their cycle bonus. You guys all got that? You know why this is awesome? Because it incentivizes you to find really, really strong people. You'll find good quality people because you know, hey, if I'm going to get 10%, this guy's going to kill it. This girl's going to just crush it. That's going to be a big matching bonus for you. How you earn this is you got to have at least 4 personally enrolled qualifiers. At least 1 on your left, 1 on your right. The other 2 can be anywhere. Everybody following so far? This bonus is really, really cool because it just adds a whole other element into your business, and it makes you really keen in your awareness. You start thinking about, if I can help this person, it creates an incentive to help your team members grow. The people you personally sponsor. Everybody got that? Right? I know Eddie in his first month, I think he did like 30 or 40 PEQs. Right? Just his first month. Right? I mean, he hasn't even touched his list. In our last company, we barely had any countries that we could get into. Our network expanded in those 10 years internationally, and we could never touch those contacts. Dima's got 50 countries. What do you think's going to happen? Woo! You guys understand? We can barely keep up with it. Every day I talk to Eddie, we literally were plugging somebody into the system. Sometimes 3, 4 at a time, sometimes 10 at a time, sometimes it's even been 20, 30 at a time. Right? I got a guy that right when I leave this event, we're going to fly in, and he got about a 50-man team that he's getting started in one shot. So what's my matching bonus going to be on 10% of that? Do you guys all follow what I'm saying so far? Right? Now here's where it gets really interesting. Go next. You get a second tier. Everybody that they sponsor. If you can do 6 qualified people, 6 PEQs, 6 personally active affiliates, guess what? Everybody that those people that you personally sponsor, you're going to get 10% of their cycle bonus. Now, if this right here, if this bonus wasn't limited, wouldn't it be fun? That'd be pretty crazy if this would be unlimited, right? Once you hit platinum and above, this bonus becomes unlimited. You can make unlimited matching bonuses. Unlimited. The more they grow. So if you, I don't know, sponsored Brad Alcazar and Alex Morgan, one guy. That's all they are. They're human. They're human beings. You guys all understand? Click next page. Okay. Premier Club. Obviously, when you hit Diamond, a lot of you guys saw these people up earlier. They hit Diamond, they were able to qualify for their Premier Club bonus. That goes all the way from 400, actually all the way up to now 4,000 when you reach a Legend. This is also eligible to college students. So if you guys are in college or you have college loans, then you guys can also use this bonus towards that. You can use it towards a car, you can use it towards school. That's really, really cool. How many of you guys have school loans that you're still paying or in school right now? Right? How many of you guys have a new car bill waiting for you that you'd like to get? I don't like bills. That's why I'm not going to get a car. You want bills. Bills not the problem. It's income that's the problem. Right? We want a bigger car bill, right? We want a bigger home bill. Yes or no? Different perspective. Okay, so that's really simple stuff. I mean, you help 2 people reach gold left and right, you're going to qualify for the Premier Club bonus, okay? Let's go next. Rank advancement bonuses, I love these. Every time you reach a rank, I'm going to tell you the difference between our rank advancement bonuses and a lot of other companies and why you guys are really lucky to have a company like Vima to be very, very transparent. I was in a company that when you get a rank advancement bonus, you are going to get it's promoted that you get a $5,000 bonus. The difference being is that you got to qualify for the payments to those bonuses. Now in the meantime, you're on stage holding these $5,000 checks, but there's a little disclaimer that says up to $5,000. hey, nothing wrong with it, fully legal and fits all the disclaimers and regulations, whatnot, no problem. Problem is, when you're the guy receiving the check thinking you're going to get a $5,000 check and then you're actually not getting a $5,000 check, you're a little bummed out, right? And so what if, starting from the smaller ranks all the way up to the biggest ranks, all you got to do is hold that for 2 consecutive months and you get a one-time rank advancement bonus. Very transparent, very upfront, and that's very honest. You guys all following so far? So you hit that rank, and the reason also what BK implemented was doing it twice in a row means that you now have consistency in your business and you're truly that rank. You just hit it one time and then everything went to shit. Excuse my French. You guys all understand? And so here's the cool thing about rank advancement bonuses. Let's say you blow through the ranks and you go to Star Platinum. Let's say, for example, Lisa and Ron just hit Star Platinum and they're thinking about their $1,000 Star Platinum rank advancement bonus. They're going to get that. But when you blow through the ranks, you're going to get all the ranks that you blew through and those rank advancement bonuses as well. Because they did hit silver, gold, diamond, platinum, they're going to make actually not just 1,000. If they hit Star Plat again this month, they'll make 1,000, 750, 500, 250, and 100. Right? Any mentor? 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, 750, 500, 250, 1,000. I think that's like what, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand in rank advancement bonuses. And then for these ones, for the elites, you got to hold it for 6 cycles or 6 RAP periods, so rank advancement periods, 3,000, 5,000, all the way up to $250,000. And I believe it gets even higher than Pinnacle, right? If you get to Star Pinnacle, what is after that? Legend? The Royal, yeah, crazy. Okay, next. Last one is if you are going to have platinum and above, either in your downline or you're going to get a really cool, nice fat little check every 12 weeks that is a globally shared pool of money. This bonus means that about 2.25% of all the volume gets put into this pool, and you can start earning shares of this pool. Now, what's cool about getting a little share of a bigger company? It's a bigger check, right? You're going to get a really, really cool surprise little bonus in 12 weeks because every quarter this global bonus pool gets spit out. But Vima's doing $221 million in 50 countries. Now, maybe you didn't do business in 50 countries, you just did it in Martha's Vineyard. But you hit platinum and above, you now get the benefit of getting paid on all 50 countries. Can you imagine? You have business in one island, but you get paid for 7 continents. Do we have business in 7 continents? Are we getting paid out of the Antarctic and Mexican Eskimos? Yet? Not yet? Soon enough. Soon enough. Someone in here is going to end up, it's probably going to be Ian. Is going to find an Eskimo in Antarctica. Yeah, he's going to be in Antarctica. We out here. That's for sure. Eskimo meetings. I totally do not doubt that at all either. I think that's really cool though. When you have a bonus like this, that really pushes you to want to stretch to become platinum and above. Everybody understand? You guys all gonna run for this? Yeah. All right, I think we're done on these slides, right? Last thing. Now, all these ranks, don't get down on yourself if, I didn't hit this rank. You just run again the next one. Now, should you push? Absolutely, you should push your heart out that month if you're really, really close, because no one swims halfway across the river and then swims halfway back. You might as well run the whole way, right? And so if you got a shot, you got to make a run at it. Here's the plan, right? I've been talking to Ian, we've been talking to Eddie, all the leaders in the area. We've been talking about how we're going to funnel all the success and the results. And we're going to highlight you guys. We're going to be recognizing you guys. We're going to create such an awesome platform where every single area we're going to be having you guys come in, run for these ranks, We're gonna pull out pins and what do they got? The pendants, and they got all that stuff. It's gonna get really, really fun, really, really exciting. But in order to get that way, we need you guys to really run for these rings. You guys all with me? Yeah. Now, it's gonna be the coolest thing in the world when you see everybody on stage getting their little dog chain, getting their pendant or pin, getting their iPad or whatever they got, their luggage or photo shoot or whatever. And every time we do a big event, you're going to see a whole flood of people, a whole slew of new people that you've never even heard of and seen. And it's going to get real wild and crazy. How many of you guys would like to reward and recognize your team for succeeding? Yeah. So, get really excited about it because this is, this is your climb, all the way from bronze, starting somewhere, just one cycle, and you can do one. You can turn it into 1,000. You can turn it into 2,000. You can turn it into 5,000. And it does happen. So last thing, guys, is some of my info. You guys can stay in touch, FaceTime me, Skype me, email me, whatever. Don't be afraid to reach out. If you guys need support, some help. If I don't respond, don't get all freaked out. Try to reach out again. My phones get flooded, text messages, emails, all of that. Social media gets flooded, but try. Because the more we're connected and the more everybody talks about what we got to do home events and get speakers coming and speaking at your home event, it's going to get really fun, really, really exciting. Here's the thing. We're going to turn all these results not only into your confidence, but we're going to promote them. There's the second piece of confidence. Right? You're going to get results so we can build some confidence. Yes? Now, if you already got confidence, Ian Lenhart got some confidence, yes? Eddie Mentor got some confidence, right? Lisa Chang, that girl got some confidence, right? There's a lot of confident people in this room. I've been talking about Ian from day one. Our first Skype call was about how it's time to let this company know who the real players are and who's going to go take over, right? And, we've been really adamant about that. Really, really, really adamant about making history. How many of you guys would like to do that? Woo! To be a part of that story, you will tell that story for the rest of your life. Because that momentum is going to be like no other feeling in the world. Because everybody around you succeeding, you're just guilty by association. I don't even know, this thing's blowing up because everybody else is blowing up, and so my team's blowing up too. Isn't that a great situation to be in? I can't believe this is happening. And so it gets caught, becomes very, very infectious, okay? But you gotta, in the beginning, you gotta work it a little bit. It's like a water fountain. Back in the days, everybody had to go pump their water, fetch their water. You gotta prime the pump. You gotta work it until that magic moment happens. And then every single stroke comes a little easier, comes a bigger gush of water. Right? Am I a little too old to... Oh. So they used to do in the villages, right? Yeah. My people over there. Yeah, peace out. And so that's really huge, man. And so, last thing here, I guess, is promotion and edification. This got to sit really, really well with you guys. Yep. You want to turn that confidence into results. You want to take that results and turn it into momentum. Here is your one skill that you're going to go home with. Okay? Confidence is your secret. Like, this is it. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to get results. I'm going to get customers. I'm going to go right through this comp plan. We're going to get cycle bonuses. We're going to rank advance. We're going to push everybody. We're going to grow. We're going to run. We're going to show everybody in the world how crazy the East Coast is. From that, you're going to promote. You're going to edify every single leader in here. You're going to promote it on Facebook. You're going to promote you were at an event. You're going to get on every chance you get. You're going to pull a selfie. You're going to do whatever you got to do to promote the momentum, promote the cause, promote the entire movement that we're creating over here. Everybody following so far? We got tools coming out. We got a lot of things that's going to happen. And all you got to do is be able to plug and play. And so, number one is confidence, yes? Number two is going to be promoting that and edifying all of those results that you're going to create. A lot of people in the Latin market right now in this room. I look in the audience and I'm like, wow, there's so many of you guys. That is so perfect timing to get in Colombia, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. I'm actually going to be in Puerto Rico on August 9th. We got some Puerto Ricans in the house? Yeah! So we're gonna get Puerto Rico going. Eddie and I are actually buying some property, and we've been looking at some new properties in Florida and Puerto Rico and all that. And so we're gonna be very close to a lot of the business that's being done over there. Let's see. Last thing is, I guess I'm gonna do a little exercise for you guys. You guys ready for this? Okay. I think, going on the same theme and the same topic to go home with, guys, it's all about the power of your mind and the power of your subconscious. If you start building those habits now. And so, everybody close your mind again. Close your eyes again. Keep your mind open. Close your eyes again. And what I want you guys to do is take yourselves and your loved ones and picture everybody in your family hanging out on a hot summer day, right? Cue some music, that'd be great. I want you guys to just start thinking about you and your family on a hot summer day and everybody playing in the yard, everybody hanging out, and wifey or hubby, whoever, turns to you and says, "It is hot. We need to go make some lemonade." And so you guys all pick up and go together. A little happy moment right there. And everybody gets into the car, minivan. Maybe you don't have a family right now, but you're working on it. You hop into the car. Then you go and get into the grocery store. You get to the grocery store, you got your cart. You get your cart, you go to the vegetable aisle, you pull out your lemons. On your way back, you go down your favorite stretch of road, you got your windows down, the breeze. It's really happy moments, okay? Then you get home, you unload the kids, you got all your lemons, picked up whatever else you needed. Everybody's excited about lemonade, the kids are shouting. You got a ton of residual income, living the life, poolside, everybody's hanging out. People are starting to show up. Party you got going on. You got no worry in the world, no stress, no debt, no fighting. Your wife, your husband looks hot, sexy. Your kids are healthy. Your wife goes into the kitchen and she starts cutting up some lemons. You go with her, start helping her. If you're a woman, your husband did it first. Dream. You guys are in there making lemonade together. Watching the kids play. It's a really, really happy moment for you guys. Now, what you end up doing is you take the little wedge of that lemon, you cut it open, super juicy lemon, start salivating, looking at that lemon. You want to try the lemon. It's all citrusy. So you take a big wedge and stick it in your mouth sideways. You're smiling, you're looking at your wife all happy. Next thing you know, you guys are sucking all the juice out of that lemon. She's sucking the juice out of that lemon. You guys are laughing. Then you end up looking around. You look at each other, take the wedge out of your mouth. I want you guys to open your eyes for a second, okay? Keep the music going. How many of you guys had a little bit of salivation going on in your mouths? I want you to pay attention to this. Pay very, very close attention to this. There was no lemons, but your mouth salivated. That means your mind asked Your mind thought, and your body responded. When you think success, and it's on your mind, you're focused on it, your body will respond. Are you guys all following so far?
Yeah.
I'll put you right back in, okay? I want you guys to go back again. Go backwards, close your eyes, close your eyes. I want you to think about that moment again, except we're going to rewind a little bit. You're going to wake up in your dream home. Early morning, you pull the curtains up, you got this huge panoramic view. You're looking at the best view ever, besides your hot husband or wife. You guys both go down into your favorite car. It's just you and her, you and him. You got the top down. You guys decide to go for a ride on your favorite stretch. Top down again. You've already had a chance to know how powerful your mind is. You both have all done self-development. You both have all already fought really, really hard in your businesses. You guys are on that road, beachside. You smell the wind, the water, the sand. Tops down, blowing through your hair. You're smiling, she's smiling, he's smiling. Then you fast forward a little bit. You guys all plan on going to the annuals, MGM Grand. We're going to fast forward all the way to that. And everybody's there. The feeling's electric. It's crazy. You went to last year's. You had nobody there. It was just you. But this time you went with the team. You went already rank advancing. By this time, you've already hit the rank of your dreams, making a great income. Everybody's having a great time. It's Las Vegas. BK's on stage. All the top leaders are on stage. You're hearing all the stories. You're hearing everybody tell you about their challenges and their victories and their success. You're sitting in the audience. It gets to you and your turn, and you go up there. They call your name. And there's over 16,000 people in the room cheering for you. Happy for you. And everybody's on fire. What ends up happening is you go up there, you run up. By the time you get up there, everybody's hair is on edge. Everybody got goosebumps. Everybody's not even thinking straight anymore because they're so happy for you. They're on their chairs. They're out of control. Confetti everywhere. You broke records. Your downlines are all looking at you. Your team is crying. You're crying. You're showing your slide with pictures of your family and the struggle and the challenge and all the obstacles you had throughout this year. And everybody's eyes are lit with belief. You're so nervous. There's butterflies in your stomach. You're shaking. You're on stage. BK gives you the mic. You start thanking, congratulating everybody. You can't contain yourself because you're crying, because you're so happy for your team. You're so happy you overcame every challenge that was put in your way. You feel unstoppable. Those results, you went to that training, you learned about getting customers and cycling, and you learned about so much that you went home and you just got to work. Wherever you were. And every single person in that room, whether they're on your team or they're not, is cheering you on. The most indescribable feeling in the world. You give your victory speech. You show your team how much you love them and appreciate them. They're all thanking you. And every single person, when you get off that stage, shaking your hand, taking photos with you. You got your kids in your hands. It's a really happy moment, guys. Because you overcame. You overcame that inner struggle. Everybody open your eyes. Congratulations to all of you for being what you just did, that visualization, is the only way to talk to your subconscious. That is the only way to convince that subconscious that you can do it. Are you guys all following? Yes. Do it every day. Visualize every single day. Tell yourself you will do it every single day. Don't just idolize. Don't just sit there and see all the top earners and say, yeah, they did such a great job. You can do it. Yep. You're going to hear it a lot. Yep. But the reason I know is if you keep on repeating it, it's just like being in China and not knowing Chinese. You will eventually learn Chinese because it's all around you. You guys all understand? Yeah. And so I hope you guys think about that same exercise. And I hope you guys go home and you think about things like that. Put yourselves in those areas. I used to drive over to all the big neighborhoods, bring all my team and say, look at these big homes. You guys can have one. I want you to imagine one for yourself. Go to the nice dealerships. Take a test drive. Guys, they let you test drive the cars. Test drive them. The car of your dreams, whether it's a Mercedes, a BMW, a Lexus, an Audi, whatever you want. Visualize every single day. This team right here, we already talked about it, right? We talked about we're going to put everybody on notice, right? We said we're coming big and we're coming strong, right? We're going to make history, right? Be confident. We're going to do it, everybody. I hope to see you guys. August 30th is our next big event. It is going to be way bigger than this event, okay? This happened real fast. I got on a call with Ian like less than 2 weeks ago. And we were like, all right, let's do it. And we got everybody together. We spoke to Eddie. We spoke to Connecticut, Mass. We spoke to everybody on the East Coast. We're like, all right, come up, come up, come up, come up. But if we can get 500 plus people in a room in a very short amount of time, can you imagine what we're going to do now that we're all aligned?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
There's strength in that. There is a lot of strength in that. We're going to turn it on. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
August 30th, it will be in Boston. Okay? We have a lot planned for that event. The details are going to come out really, really soon. We got a special going. It's a today-only, event-only special. You can get your tickets in the back. It's going to be $20 a ticket. The link will go up tonight. It'll be online, $25 online, and it'll be pre-sale for the next few weeks. But we got a lot coming up. Boston happens to be one of the biggest hubs in our entire business. And there's so many teams there. I expect, from the numbers we were talking about, Eddie Mentor, Ian and I, we talked about, at this event is going to be well over 1,000 for sure. Ian said it earlier too, right? I cannot stress to you how you do not want to miss that event. Because we will have so many success stories from now until then. Be one of them, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for coming.
How awesome was that, huh?
Awesome.
Give us another applause. Yeah. Okay, so you guys like after parties? Yeah. Let's have parties. Okay, so there's a place in downtown Stanford. It's walking distance. What we're gonna do, let me get my schedule here. Okay, so the address is 222 Summer Street. So it's the Summer 222, easy, right? So 222 Summer Street, Stanford, Connecticut. The place is called Bar Taco. And the cool thing about this place is that they're letting us bring all our verves and make drinks there. They'll mix drinks for us. You know, you tell them, hey, I want Verve Rosé, I want Verve Vodka, like whatever you want, they'll make it. And also, they have a special, so those wristbands that you guys have, don't take those off, because whatever, you know, you're gonna get $5 drinks at the place. Make sense? If you don't have, if anyone took off the wristband, see the people in the back and they'll help you get a new wristband on. And so people running in the back, I'm getting my wristband. So we're all planning, they're expecting us at around 7 o'clock. So arrive anytime after 7 o'clock, 222 Summer Street. Let's see, Bar Taco. Am I missing anything, Paula?
No, we're good.
We're good to go? That's it? Other than that, guys, thanks for coming out. Let's rock the house. August 30th. Hope you guys see you. They also got good food there.
reaction.
You gotta turn the shit up. You gotta turn the shit up. You gotta turn the shit up. But we ain't gonna do all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. See the boys in the club. They reaching us. They reaching us. They reaching us. Everybody in the club. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh.
Everybody together. Bring the action.
You wanna hot body? You wanna do the dirty? You wanna mess with me? You better block this. You wanna get in? You wanna hot body? You wanna do the dirty? You wanna mess with me? You better block them up. You wanna get in? Sit on my cheeks. Look hot and I look cute. You better block them up. You wanna go fancy? Let them get match. Pop in friends. You better block them up.